layers.
Wait, shout out Shrek.
Peel them off.
Relax.
Anyway, hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to a, as always, chaotic session of Candlekeep. We're already starting in all the different directions that you could possibly start, so this should be an interesting one. So, first and foremost, little business at the top. Obviously, tonight, Candlekeep, session 2 of the current chapter we are on with Sarah and the Yellowcrest family. And then this coming Wednesday is a new one with Charmed Reads. We're going to have a little book talk about Red Rising. So if you've read that book, or if you haven't and just want to hear spoilers about it, I guess, tune in and chat about Red Rising. And then on Thursday, tune in yet again, because we're back with Curse of Strahd and Matt and those hooligans. And then on Sunday, we are back at our usual campaign on Sundays session. What session number are we on for that?
46.
Wow, we almost getting to 50 sessions. That's crazy. So tune in on Sunday for our regularly scheduled programming there. And then another chatty episode of Talk With Me a week from today with these two, wherever they are, in relation to my...
You're
These
just
two.
voguing now, Gino.
So tune into that next Monday. So a lot in the next week, a lot of things to tune into. Please do so. And without further ado, we're going to start with a recap from our last session, since it was 2 weeks ago, and a little refresher of what the soon-to-be-called Muffins got up to. So, last session, we started actually with Ezra, who received a package from Candlekeep via a messenger. And being the person that she is, legally she knew she could not open it with every single party present, since it was addressed to every single one of you. So she began to, one by one, track you all down until she could legally immediately open it as we got to the last one of you. Within it, we found a letter from Tellus and a book wrapped up for you. Tellus said that there was maybe some bad things going on with the patriarch of the family mentioned in this journal, and would like you to investigate by starting in Waterdeep. After reading a little bit, starting to investigate, Mr. Thomas specifically had the ghosts appear to him. He was able to calm down the ghost just enough and kind of make her aware of the rest of the party, so she then revealed herself to all of you as well. And through some yes or no questions and gestures, because this ghost also didn't have her tongue, you were able to discern some facts and some more information about her life, Sarah's life, in Waterdeep, and with this Lord Violus character that she served. Last entry being something about a rune circle, blood on the floor, seemed real bad, and likely she saw that right before her death. So you took a boat with some performance and persuasion checks that were able to skirt you through to convince a merchant to give you his boat, the Crawling Crab, and Ezra's book coming into play, her comic book, with a fan named Steve that she chatted up on the journey. Once you were close and began to think about what you wanted to do in Waterdeep, you kind of had 3 options. You could go to some of the stores that the Yellowcrest family owned. You could go to the actual manor, or you could try to find a love interest that was mentioned by Sarah. His name was Veckin. After lots of discussion on should we split the party, who should actually go together, who maybe could go alone, but maybe shouldn't go alone, we decided just to stick together as a whole group. And you went to the market first, where at a tannery you were less than successful to actually get information on Farrell, who was listed as a business partner of Lord Violus. And so you tried a shoemaker shop where you wound up shaking them down basically with insurance fraud and got the information that this Farrell person lived in Greenfast, which is about an hour or so outside of the actual city of Waterdeep. After that, you went to the manor, discovered that it was indeed still occupied, so decided not to go in, and so went to find Veckin. Sarah did have to lead you to him, but once you found him, he brought you inside and kind of told you the whole story about this family and everything he knew, which was that the story was Lord Violus went out on business and returned home to find his entire family brutally murdered, along with all the servants that were currently in the house, one of which was indeed Sarah. He said there was not really any rumor, or not more than a rumor, that maybe Lord Violus was behind this. He seemed like a simple man. No one really suspected him of anything, and he packed up and left for Greenfast as well as soon as this happened and took his family with him to be buried there instead of here. Um, After a nice moment with him and Sarah as well, you guys decided that Greenfast was where you needed to go, and despite the sun starting to set, you figured you might as well get there, scope it out, see what maybe you could learn before the day's end. So that is where we're starting. That's where we're going to pick up, is you are traveling at least an hour outside and south of Waterdeep, and maybe discussing what your plans are, traveling in silence, leaving it up to you guys what you kind of would like to do in this next hour or so of travel.
Silence. Ha!
You never know.
What exactly is our plan once we get there? Just simply scouting, seeing if we can see the lay of the land? Are we gonna immediately start asking for Farrell? What are we thinking? Go to the tavern, check it out?
We'd start at the tavern, I think, asking for Farrell or asking if anybody knows him.
Maybe see if, instead of asking for his location, I bet we could find that out ourselves. Maybe just asking if, I don't know, trying to get the general opinion on him. See what people think.
Yeah, see what he's about.
Yeah.
You don't
Ezra,
wanna
do you think you
raise-
can interrogate some people?
Oh.
Yeah,
I
We
bet you
want
could.
to raise too many alarms that
do a
might
light on him.
Right, that is a good
let
point.
someone know we were looking for them.
We just want to raise a couple alarms.
That's
No,
true.
maybe
We are a
as
rabbit, a
maybe no
dragon, a
alarms
cat,
could be the
and
goal.
two weirdos.
I think we're probably going to raise alarms. So what if the goal was not to raise alarms, and then
Knowing that we will probably raise.
knowing that we will raise some alarms? Yes.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Reverse psychiatry.
Set the bar low so it's easy to get.
Jokes aside, JMO, just
No joking.
at a small town like this, outside of a relatively big city, Waterdeep's relatively big, right? Not as big as
Yes.
Baldur's Gate, but relatively big.
Yes.
So in a small little like hamlet outside of this city, thank you. Would our various species be a notable thing?
I think because they are still like along the coast and near a coastal city,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't be uncommon to see any of these species, but traveling as a group, clearly together,
Yeah.
might be a little odd. I would say enough adventurers also probably pass through, with just that being the case of either coming from Baldur's Gate or anywhere. Like,
Yeah.
it's possible, but you'll probably get a little bit of eyes in this small town.
Yeah. So if he's well connected, he'll know when we get into town. But he doesn't have to know that we're looking for him. So I agree with Opal. We can be careful about that.
What if I tell him I'm his long lost daughter and I'm here to gain my fortune and be a part of his industry?
I don't know, Opal, does that raise any alarms with you?
A couple.
Do you feel
That's
alarmed?
a good maybe plan. E.
Fuck, we're gonna come up with
E for Ezra!
4 more plans?
It's also lying.
I mean, we just lied back there, did you not?
I didn't like it.
Okay.
Have to lie. We're
What
gonna
if we
have to
just
lie.
act like we're starting a business or something? Maybe he'll find us.
Okay.
Don't even ask about him.
Yeah.
What is our business? We should have a story.
Shoes.
Oh yeah, we go into the tavern and we like act like big investors. Like we got money to
Like
spend.
we're a bunch of sharks. I could turn into a shark.
Oh,
And then we could be in Shark Tank.
I think you might suffocate if you turn into
No,
a
if you
shark.
carry a big tank of water and then you say, "We're with Shark Tank," and then you point to me and I'm a shark in a tank.
That could work.
Yeah.
I
Did
think
that raise any
that's more.
alarms
I think
level?
that's in the I to J range.
Do you count that as lying, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, that definitely raises quite a few. We don't want anything that is going to make them, describe us
Yeah,
in
okay.
relation to asking about him.
Right.
Right.
That definitely, no matter our story, that's a problem.
What if we're heroes trying to rid the world of great evil?
I think
He's
That might-
probably
scare the evil away.
yeah. He's probably kind of evil, and so that might.
That might raise too many flags. Opal.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's also the option of just like kidnapping a town guard.
What?
I don't know.
Mr. Thomas will never allow that.
I was not okay with lying. So
What about kidnapping? It's different to lying. What if we kidnap and we tell the truth about it? Anybody asked?
Are we
That's
assuming
better.
he's already in the tavern or that he's going to come into the tavern?
No, I
Rather just
doubt
grab
he'll
a
be in the
drink.
tavern at all. I thought the tavern would be a place that we could get information on him. I'm
So-
sure he's gonna be at his fancy house.
I mean, in theory, we should get to him as quickly as possible if there are a lot of opportunities for him to already know that we're coming. Yes?
don't
I will say
think so.
you have arrived in Waterdeep same day. So,
Okay.
yes, you went to the stores first. So, if someone raised a red flag, they would have to travel here and do all. So, like, there could be a warning, but it's not like they've had a full
Yeah.
day to plan something, at least.
Right.
Could go to his house, burn it down, call it a day.
Ooh.
Oof.
Whoa.
Well, because we're not. I mean, Farrell might be a
Playing
bad
like
guy, but we
X.
don't know that. We're looking for.
Right. You're right. I'm
Violence.
putting the cart in front of the horse.
huh?
We're looking for Sir Blue Chew.
Boys.
Oh, Servia.
Horse?
It's Sir Cialis.
Credit to Matt. Matt said that first. I ain't,
Did
no
the
bi-
joke-
I ain't no bitch. Okay.
Did the joke not land, so you had to make sure?
Yep.
You're just making sure
That
everybody
that
heard
wasn't
it.
me.
Thank you for attributing to me after bombing with it.
I just
It was the
wanted to be
delivery.
clear.
It was the delivery. It had nothing to do with your writing.
As you're chatting about what to do,
Yep.
you travel about an hour
I love you, Jim.
and have yet
Great.
to see any town.
Oh wait, they said
Oh.
it was about an hour outside.
You did.
Did we go the wrong way?
Did we go the no? Well,
You're pretty
Oh,
confident
did
you
we
went
go the wrong
south
way?
and you
Okay.
followed a road south.
Where's the town?
They don't.
Damon, where's the town?
Towns don't move, right? I don't go into many towns. Do they move ever?
not usually.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Here, I'll take a look ahead, and I'll cast fly on myself.
Oh, Ezra, be
and,
careful.
Fly up in the air to see if I can see.
Okay. Give me a wild magic roll.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
And
I did start
Ryvar,
over.
Yes.
give me an insight check.
Oh no. Ooh.
Okay. Thank God I got 3 third-level spells.
21 insight.
Okay. Ezra?
And what does I roll? What am I rolling?
It's a one
Wild
window.
magic.
I got a 9. So. Fuck you guys.
Where are you at now?
I started over because I got wild magic
Oh, okay.
last session. I think.
did?
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, because it was
That's-
whatever thing you can use where then I can just do it whenever I want to do it.
Oh.
No, it was you.
Thought it
Okay,
was.
so I do remember. I don't know
This happened last
what
session?
happened,
Was
JMO,
Wrote it up
but
today.
you
I
said
stroke?
we'll see. Not last session, last level.
Last
sorry.
chapter.
Oh, okay.
But you did say
I
we'll
was
see,
genuinely worried.
and I don't know if anything ever happened. But the last wild magic thing that happened was that I turned 9,
And then we fixed it.
We fixed
and then we
it.
fixed it.
Between chapters, we fixed it. somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought there was another thing. Anyway, we'll figure that out during the break. I don't think it matters as much right now. Ryvar,
Yes.
as Ezra casts fly and takes off into the sky, you think back to your conversation with the guard,
Uh-huh.
and you, like, in the moment, you didn't really catch it, but now, like, replaying it in your head, as he, like, said, yup, and, like, walked away, he, like, kind of giggled. since you were so sure that he knew you were an outsider, he's fucking with you a little bit.
Oh my god.
I don't see anything. There's
Ezra,
some horses.
if you fly out, like probably the same distance south that you've already traveled, you
Whoa.
see what possibly could be a little clearing in the trees and could be a town. So it's not that far off. It's like
So
probably
he didn't
in
send us in the
total,
wrong
like,
direction.
two-
It's just longer than what he said.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 2 or 3 hours away.
Okay.
than
That's
just
not
an hour.
as bad, but it's still a dick move.
Ryvar, you've led us astray. You said
He was messing with me. I
didn't
guess.
stretch properly for a 3-hour walk.
I know, me neither. To be quite frank, and it's also nighttime now. Like, what time is it?
Yeah. So the sun was starting to set as you were finishing at Sir Vecken's house.
Yeah.
So it's like fully dark now. And if you continue on your way, it'll be, so it's probably, we'll say like 7 o'clock right now. It would be like 8 or 9 p.m. by the time you actually get there.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna follow the leader here. I'm down to press forward for the next 2 hours to stay in an inn. I'm also down to camp.
Or if we're gonna follow the leader, Opal, what are we doing?
Oh, maybe we should camp for the sake of getting a plan together.
Okay.
I'll meet you guys there. Woo!
Ezra, can you look for a good
No,
spot?
no.
I thought we were going to the town,
All right.
so I'll land at the town.
Ezra will get the message.
Well,
Okay,
I mean, it's a minute. If it's that many miles away, if it's like enough 2 or 3 hours away on foot.
I have 60 feet.
Yeah. You have 60 feet every 6 seconds.
For a
So
minute.
you won't,
Fast.
yeah, for a minute. So you'll get
10
there.
minutes. 10 minutes.
Oh, it's a
flight is
10 minute?
minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, you can probably get there.
Yeah.
I'll cast sending to Ezra and say, "You've done a great job. Come back."
Oh, it's too late. I landed and the spell's done. I'll see what I can find.
Okay.
I think we need to actually not camp in Goad and meet Ezra.
But J-Mo has
I'm
a
gonna
picture.
be fine. Trust me.
But J-Mo pulled up a picture.
I'll send Cinnamon after.
Oh, that is a nice picture.
Cinnamon
All I
can
want to
bring her back.
do is not. I'm not gonna fuck anything up. I swear. For
You
the
don't know
night,
that.
all I want to do is go into this town center and set up a tiny little table with all of my little copies of my comic book and have like a little
At
like
8 p.m. at
busking
night.
stand. Yeah, because all the drunks are gonna
Okay.
come out of the tavern and they're gonna
Need reading material.
yeah for their
Sure.
night on the toilet.
Okay, 1 second.
Adventure, intrigue. Don't you want to read about the next greatest thing in adventuring history?
That's not what I wanted to do.
If I came out of a bar drunk and someone was trying to sell me that, I'd probably buy.
Yeah, I'd be in.
It's like Greg's Pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All
There's this
right,
place-
so Ezra, you're able to do that without difficulty. You're
Yeah.
saying your spiel and some, you get some terms to look, but you're not getting the drunk crowd just yet, since it's early enough that they haven't headed home. Are you literally just kind of dropping and then heading out?
What?
Are you just dropping this table and setting up and then leaving?
No,
Or are
I'm
you-
working it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
so
working
you're,
it, and I'm
you're
gonna
staying for
see-
several hours.
Yeah, until my friends get there.
Oh, we're not going.
Morning.
I'm gonna.
They said
I
come
think.
back.
I think Ryvar is gonna say that we shouldn't go.
You want to? I trust Ezra.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can see Ezra in the morning.
I think we
I
can meet
would
Ezra
cast
there.
sending one more time just to let Ezra know that we're not coming.
Okay.
Okay, I got 3 gold already from a guy who.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah, I did. didn't
Ezra
I?
could just be lying.
No, I'm doing great.
Literally
And you know
what he
what?
says.
While I'm here, I'll see what I can suss out about Farrell.
I think this is a great plan.
I can't do anything
Who's gonna-
else, so.
Who's gonna freak out about a little girl? You know?
I think you got to who's gonna, and then
Who's
the
gonna
sending
put-
stopped.
Mhm.
I'm trying to count the words. We'll say it's
Yeah.
about there.
Ezra just talks and
Yeah, always.
Very-
Who's gonna
very
freak out about it?
gesture.
Nobody.
Every time, it's like you just know that Ezra's just gonna keep going.
Okay.
And I would like,
so,
but right before, preemptively, like as the last thing I do before I go to sleep tonight, I would cast sending one more time to check in on Ezra, but I'm gonna wait until I'm like literally about to go to sleep.
sure. Yeah, you probably even at camp, if you guys are staying up for a little bit, talking about plans and stuff, we'll do that first.
Yeah.
See how long that takes before you guys would go to sleep, and then we'll check in with Ezra in just a second. So,
Okay.
our camp group. Make up a camp pretty easy. You
Yeah.
can kind of get just off the road, find a little clearing. Not too difficult. You can tell that this is a commonly traveled road for those that know the area a little bit more. You know, this is kind of called like the trade way. So like coming from Waterdeep and likely going into more inland from all of the merchant ships that travel on the coast. This is that common trade route. So should be safe, but also could be a place that bandits set up because they know a lot of trade comes through this area.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll meet with Ezra tomorrow, find out what information she has, and then make a plan from there.
Easy peasy. Good night.
I think that's our current plan.
Did anybody have any ideas?
I just feel like no matter what we do, it could change with Ezra's information.
Yeah, but it's fun to
You're
like,
right.
talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm not trying to yuck you up.
I think we should go to the tavern and figure out what kind of person this is, or I mean, like the opinion of the people in the tavern about Farrell, and then go straight up there, knock on the door, let them know that we're here.
Well, we could find disgruntled employee who may let us in.
Yeah. See what businesses he owns. Go there.
Yeah. Because I feel like just going straight up to him, Sir. How do you say his last? How do you say his name? I don't want to. What's his name? Jim?
Beckon?
No, Vilas.
Oh, Violus.
Vilas. Sir Vilas.
Lord. He's a lord.
Lord
He's
Vilas.
not a knight. There
Yeah,
you go.
Lord Vilas. That's much better. Lord Vilas, I feel like will. I feel like it will be ready to be hidden. If we just go, I don't know.
Well, I also think that we need some more proof, right?
We do need. We currently have no proof that Lord
Yeah.
Vilas did this. Correct.
Besides this ghost.
Besides
Confronting
the
him
ghosts.
won't do too much right now.
So we need to find Farrell. Maybe Farrell has proof.
Maybe.
We also, I mean, I know that we didn't go. I just feel like at some point we may need to go to the manor. It has to have some
That ship has
evidence,
sailed. That
right?
ship has sailed.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have spoken up a couple hours ago, man.
So I mean, then all we can do is question him.
We could go back to the manor. We could go back to the manor tonight. This is wild. Wake up extra early, still meet Ezra over there. It's only 3 hours. We've only gone like 2. You know?
I mean, we're both pretty fast.
But
Yeah.
what if Ezra needs us
I could be
in the
horse.
meantime?
And then we're on max 3 hours away.
I think
2.5 as the horse
I,
flies.
I can ride on Cinnamon fast as the wind and go there.
I think I can run faster than your cinnamon.
I could be a
How
cheetah.
dare you?
Then why wouldn't we just go to Ezra right now?
Yeah.
As far as I know, Cinnamon is also headed towards Greenfest because that's
Oh.
what Mr. Thomas said
That's
Yes.
right.
that he was going to do. So, Cinnamon is on her way to meet Ezra. She's just a little slower than a flying person.
I think it's a good idea to ask around in the tavern to see what his reputation is and see what Ezra's able to find out, and then we go from there. I think
Yeah.
asking about who he is as a person is a good
Yeah.
way to go.
Agreed.
And I can check in with Ezra once tonight and once in the morning, and
Okay.
we'll have some more time.
What
to
people
plan.
say about you is much more important than what you say about yourself.
Exactly.
Um,
What do you guys say about if somebody asked you about me? What would you say?
Great guy.
I'm a
brave?
rat. Oh, thank you.
You
Excellent.
are wise.
Excellent. What? Just excellent in general, Mr. Thomas.
Excellent. That's the highest compliment I can give.
Okay, well,
You, Mr. Thomas, you are loyal.
to a fault.
Thank you.
Uh,
I bend the knee.
Righteous. I would say righteous.
to a fault.
Yes. Worthy.
Committed.
Committed.
Yes.
I'm filled with righteous fury.
Fury. No.
Righteous, more like righteous self-hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Tyr wants you to be as mean to yourself as you are.
Well, if he doesn't want me to be as mean, he should tell me because he's not said a single word to me ever.
You've never talked to.
I've said so many things to Tyr.
Have you ever
Nothing
tried not assuming what he wants?
How would I do that?
I don't know.
He would just do nothing. Then,
Do what
yeah.
you want to do.
Listen. Just stop and listen instead of trying to figure it out yourself.
I want to do.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
That doesn't even make sense.
I mean, if he really had a problem with what you were doing, he would tell you to stop, right?
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah, send you a
exactly.
sign. So you're probably good with what you're doing. So keep at it.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's what
well,
needed
I
to
wasn't.
hear.
That's not what I was going for.
Wait a minute.
I think you're on the right track.
Thank you. I think this was a good conversation. Thank you for bringing it up, Ryvar.
But you know, but you are.
No, let me just circle back.
But you're punishing yourself, and he hasn't told you to do that.
I mean, I've read the scripture many, many times, and
it tells you to punish yourself.
no, but I can infer.
Based on what? What?
Yes.
Well, a lot of the scriptures about, of course, Tyr is the maimed god, and he sacrificed his body for the rights of those people that serve him, and it's only right for me to sacrifice my free time or any time.
But you sacrifice your body, and soon you're not gonna have a body to sacrifice. I mean, you throw yourself in the stocks, you lose sleep, you...
Well, it'd be rude to inflict that on somebody else.
I don't know why it needs to be inflicted at all. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit biased. I've never really seen... an attraction to the gods myself.
Oh.
So...
I will pray for you.
Oh, thanks.
I think to each their own. We find what works for us, and perhaps if something's not working for you, you should try to find something that is.
Are you happy, Mr. Thomas?
Well, you know, I thought by this point, after all of our heroic deeds, I would have a little bit more recognition within the church. So that's, I'll say, disappointing for sure. But I'm happy every day that I get to worship my God and see Cinnamon.
Just to make sure, someone is telling the church, right?
About my deeds?
Yes.
I assume
But you're not?
word of mouth. I
Well,
have
you
to
can't.
be humble.
That would be
don't-
boastful, yeah.
But you don't check in when we have off time?
I mean, I go to the church. I don't say anything. I just immediately
Start to pray.
start to pray, usually baptize myself in between stocks visits.
How many times have you been baptized?
Every day that I'm in town.
Aren't you supposed to just like do it once?
It doesn't really say, and I thought better safe than sorry.
Oh, okay. Maybe as a group we can all stop by the church and like gas him up.
Okay, yes. Oh, yeah.
Don't do
Sure.
Is that
I think
Thomas Gallent? Oh my god, did you hear when he...
A hero.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Save
your best
most of them.
And we
bet
could
might be
think of
to
things to
talk
say.
to somebody at the church when you go just start a conversation.
Yeah, okay, you're right. I will.
Do you have like friends outside of us? Do you have like a social
Ooh.
circle
Yeah. Of course.
besides Cinnamon?
No, I don't.
I mean, to be fair, I guess I don't really either. Other than my mentor. And he's a friend at this point, I guess. So, but other
You
than
guys are
him-
like my third tier friend group, I would say.
Ouch.
Who do you?
I got
who
a
are
lot
your
of
friends?
friends. I'm very popular in the woods. Yeah.
Good for you, I guess.
Those brats that I found, they're
Where are we at the tier list on if you exclude quadrupeds?
Number 1.
Okay.
Do you know who else is on the tier list?
Tier.
Me.
Oh.
And guess who? I'm number 1. I assume.
Yes.
I think I'm going to
Number one on
go-
Tier's list.
I think I'm gonna go check out the manor.
No.
Tonight?
No, I'll stay here. I wanted to see. I was kind of trying to gauge reactions, and those reactions let me know that would be absurd. So
How
I do
fast
wink
are
at
you?
Ryvar though.
Are
Huh?
you faster than Cinnamon?
I'm actually not faster than Cinnamon though. I am in a sprinting match, but not endurance wise. If we were
Sorry.
sprinting from one location to another in a short distance, I would be faster.
Is that true?
Yes, because I could use key points.
Oh,
Those
She
don't
can-
last.
She can bonus action dash,
I forgot you were a monk.
but I can't. But then she would outpace me eventually.
I think we should stay. We should not split up any more than we're already split up.
No, I'm going to stay here. Yeah,
Right.
I will take first watch though.
I'll also take
Okay.
first watch.
All right.
I'll take first watch as well.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
I don't think all three of us, Mr. Thomas. Maybe you should take. We'll wake you up for second watch.
But what happens if something bad happens while you're on first watch?
Then we'll wake you
We'll
up.
handle it. That's what watch is for.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay.
Let-
I sleep in my full armor.
Opal, before you go to bed, what message do you send to Ezra?
Oh yeah. I would say, just checking in. Are you okay? What have you learned? Remember the word limit.
Nice.
Great. We'll get to your
Always have
response in a
include
second,
that in
Ezra.
the message.
Those on watches, give me perception checks.
$14.
That's not great for me. 8.
Okay.
Nope. 8.
Nope. Eight.
Is it 8?
It is 8.
I'm not sure. And then for second watch, go ahead and give me a roll as well,
All right.
Mr. Thomas.
9.
Okay. Good to know. Before we shift to Ezra, are the two of you on first watch doing something?
No.
Just so I
right?
know if we need to cut
Ryvar.
back or not.
So are you like wanting me to go, or are you wanting to go? Are we both?
Do you
go?
think it's a good idea? I think Opal would be so disappointed in us.
She'd be so mad.
She would be
But-
one of those. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Oof, which is much
It's
worse.
the worst.
I just think that maybe I'm not quite sure what I was thinking a couple of hours ago, but like I understand that there are people there, but like that's the scene of the crime, you know? And we have no evidence at all or information. However, genuinely, if we run into something that we can't handle, just the two of us, we've screwed ourselves. And
Is that gonna happen though? If we're caught.
I don't think so.
I could be a little bug and get in and out of there. Well, who's gonna?
And I can kick ass. So,
Yeah.
Golden.
but the thing is I do think we would at least need to go together, which would mean that we would be leaving them here asleep. That's not cool.
What if we wake Mr. What if we wake Mr. Thomas up and then sprint away?
No.
So he doesn't know it was us, but he's awake.
Yeah, he's gonna think something terrible happened.
You know what? Thane, I'm fully on board with whatever you want to do.
Leaving
It'll
it
be
to
quick.
Eric. Okay.
Huh?
It'll be quick, right?
For us?
Okay. I'll go wake up Mr. Thomas.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Are you
Eric.
trying to not be seen
Yeah.
at all? Okay.
What I'm gonna do is,
Oh no.
with my new magic item that I got in the break,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna reach into this hat
Oh no. Oh no.
And pull out a tiny human?
and I'm gonna pull out a rat,
Oh damn.
and I have no control over it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just gonna throw it at Mr. Thomas and then run away.
Oh fuck! I start
Go, go, go,
sprinting.
go. Like I just lit a firecracker.
Okay.
I start sprinting at 90 feet because I'm not using key points right now.
Sure. Are you guys stealthing or full sprinting
I think
away?
I'm full sprinting and giggling.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Like we're at a
Okay.
sleepover.
Well, we know Mr. Thomas is good at these. So for this just situation, Mr. Thomas, give me a perception check, and I'm going to say at disadvantage because you are rudely being woken up by a rat on you.
14 at disadvantage.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna just throw out that I do have a passive perception of 18.
But if you are asleep, I
That's,
don't know. I, as a DM, don't even know how to math
I
that.
don't know how
of
that
what,
would work either.
because it's not it's passive, but
Up
it's
to
not
you.
passive. So,
It's like more than passive.
yeah. So Mr. Thomas, when you wake up, I will say that you notice that it is because a rat is on you. And at the same
I
time, you
can't
can
believe-
hear like ruffling of movement getting farther and farther away.
Okay. I draw my sword
Uh-huh.
and I yell, "Opal, we've been attacked."
That wakes you up, Opal.
I would wake up in an absolute panic.
Yeah.
Um,
With no
Jesus.
sending spells left, I'm
Um,
guessing.
Let me double check. I could cast one more.
Okay.
Actually,
you
I
wake
technically
up-
could cast two more, but I don't
So
want
you
to.
both wake up, and after kind of getting your bearings, notice that you currently do not see two of your companions with you right now.
What do you mean we've been attacked?
I think this rat is a shapeshifter. Who sent you?
Give me an animal handling check.
While he's doing this, can I start to try to figure out what direction they left in?
Sure, give me a survival check.
Eric,
Got a
what are we
14
doing?
animal handling.
A 14? Okay.
9. I just woke up, okay?
With a 9, with like, I'll say at least as you're looking around, you don't see like new tracks. So you don't see like any other boot tracks that wouldn't seem like your own party, but you can't really discern then like what is the most fresh, what's leading where, anything like that. Mr. Thomas, if you want to catch this rat or like do something
it.
with a 14, I'll say you're able to kind of catch it and hold it without it biting you.
All right. I hold it in my hand. Actually, Opal, this rat is not biting me, so I kind of think this is Thane. I've seen him do something like this.
No, we need to figure out where they. I don't think the rat has anything to do with this. Can I make an insight check?
We did talk about going. To
What
the
are you
manor.
trying to
To figure out
insight?
if they if they ran away. If they did what they said they were gonna do. I do have a passive insight of 18.
Give me a perception check because there's nothing to
Okay,
like
fair.
insight people wise because they're not here currently.
There. 18.
Okay, so with the perception check, you'll easily notice that like all of their gear is gone. So like they took their stuff with them, but and with the survival check even you don't notice a scuffle So like you don't notice like blood or anything crazy like that. You think something that would have woken you. And I would say you don't notice then like drag marks as if they were like surprised and then dragged away. So it seems like they probably left of their own accord. And at this point, just in case something else changed, I'm going to pause here and we're going to go to Ezra just to see if she decides to come back tonight. So Ezra, as you arrive, we'll go ahead and show you a nice little mappy map of the location you get to.
The town.
So you enter here on the north side of town. The dotted line that you can see is like the road, and then there's a large river also coursing through this town as well, headed towards the ocean. Because if you remember, Waterdeep was kind of like terraced up, and this one has a couple terraces as well. So it seems like this river is heading back towards Waterdeep. So you can kind of grab your and roughly the center of town. And you would also have noticed that this building right here, so just to the east of you, would be the tavern. So you can tell that it is the most lit up building right now. Here after commotion, so you can take that tavern from this desk. You know that the Bull Cauldron.
Was that just me?
No.
No, your audio is.
Yeah,
really
JMO, you were
tripping
cutting out
into
Yeah,
it.
you're
huge
breaking up
there.
really
Oh.
bad.
You're good now, though. You seem fine
Okay. Weird.
Only when you're explaining something really deeply important to me.
Yeah.
and you.
now. Yeah, only when you're
Other
telling
than that, it's
Angie
been perfect.
any irrelevant information.
I basically got that this is the tavern and people are coming in and out.
Yeah, you notice it's the tavern and it's called the Bulging Cauldron. That's it.
Bulging Cauldron. I
Yeah.
hate it.
So you set up your little desk, I would say not long after you arrive. A little delayed, but with the same speed of movement for most of your flying trip. Cinnamon just had to follow the road. But you see Cinnamon trotting up right up to
Hi,
you.
Cinnamon. Pat, pat.
She knows you, she accepts it. You give her a little pat pat,
Uh,
and she just kind of waits expectantly, having done what she is tasked to do of catching up to you.
I'm gonna do you are you gonna run away? Should I tie your lead to this table? Are you I don't know, does Sir Thomas just let you go? Like, what do you do?
I would say, and Matt, you can correct me, more often than not, unless he has to tie her up, she is not ever tied up. She is a free horse.
I've never once tied her up.
Yeah.
Except at knife point.
Okay.
Also, I can
Definitely someone
communicate
asked
if
me
it's
that.
within a mile. Probably outside of a mile, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably closer to the 2 hours, so you basically, the rest of you are at that halfway point of having traveled about an hour, and then an hour, maybe a little less, that Ezra had to travel at like full flight speed. So she is more than a mile from you right now.
Okay, well you just stay there. I've never had a horse before. I'm gonna pat her on the nose.
Okay. She seems like she's content where she is for now.
I see why Mr. Thomas likes you so much. You have a very soft snout. And your eyes are oddly soulful. Okay, well, we're going to be selling my comic books. I've already gotten 3 gold from someone who was passing by.
I like to think they didn't take a book, they just thought you were like a peddler and just kind of
Yeah,
like dropped it in a hat.
So yeah, I would start like if I saw anyone coming out of the tavern, just like say what I said earlier of just like mystery, intrigue. Have you always wanted to be an adventurer or at least read about their great heroic deeds? You, sir, you You look like a literary gentleman.
You see a drunken man stumbling out of the tavern, clearly having had quite a few with dinner, and heading kind of just behind where you are. Like maybe he lives on kind of one of those upper terraces of the north part of town,
Mhm.
and he like kind of like does the like turn.
Excellent turn, my guy. You,
Is
yes.
me?
Have you heard of the brand newest series, The Completely Serious Adventures? I have 7 copies here, all handwritten and hand drawn.
And he's like trying so
Oh,
hard to like focus on the comics, and then you keep talking to him, and it's just like he feels overwhelmed,
and
but
that's
he's
how I
like
feel too,
in it.
sir. Overwhelmed with joy at these adventurers keeping our land safe.
Oh, okay.
That'll be 1 gold.
A, a gold?
Yes, these are handwritten and hand drawn. Did you not hear me?
I I did, but that I don't think I've ever spent that much on a book before.
And I'll get real close to him, say, have you ever heard of a man named Farrell?
Yeah, Farrell lives over there.
And how do you feel about this man named Farrell?
He's kind of hoity-toity, but he's okay, I guess.
Well, he has backed my stand, and so if you support me, you support his initiatives.
Um,
That's
okay.
something that you think you would like to do?
I never talked to anyone about their initiatives before.
Hmm, that's the problem with this country. No one's ever talking about their initiatives.
Oh, okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Fine. Oh dear. 12.
12?
Yes.
Um, he
Ezra through this realizes she doesn't really know like who Farrell, like what he's about, just that we're supposed to find him, so she's like
sure.
kind of trying to
hmm
grasp.
Um, so yeah, he kind of like scrunches his face a little bit and says, "Okay, I'll buy one." And he pulls 5 silver, just a handful of silver out of his pouch. I don't think it doesn't look like he even knows what he pulled out. He just kind of grabs some. Here you go.
Oh, thank you, good sir. Thank you. Your generosity will not go unremembered. Get home safe.
Mm-hmm. He takes one of your comics and then tries to like read it while walking and does
Oh,
the
oh,
like,
oh, that's hard even when you're not drunk. Okay.
and he makes his way kind of up into that north part of town.
How many silvers do you think that I have? Can I count them?
He gave about 5.
Ugh, that's less than 1 gold. Right? It's 10.
Yes. Yeah. It's a half a
Ah! I've been duped.
gold.
Ah, well. Cinnamon, do you want the next one?
Kind of at you.
Is that a no?
Give me an animal handling check.
What if Cinnamon
It seemed
turns out to
happy,
just
but
be
it was
crazy
shaking
sales?
his head like a no. I got a natural 20.
Um, you know that Cinnamon is happy to be here with you,
Uh-huh.
but cannot actually understand you. It's clear that
Mm.
Thomas has some sort of special communication with her, and like
Mhm.
they're able to communicate, but unless you speak with animals at this point or something like that, like it's like talking to a horse that you would find at any stable. So it's still Cinnamon, and she's special in her own way. You just
Mhm.
can't communicate with her.
And it wouldn't be really smart of me to cast polymorph on myself to turn into a horse to then talk to Cinnamon, right? That would be...
Well, you know that Cinnamon could then not then talk to anyone that comes by. Like you could maybe get ideas from Cinnamon of what she
Yeah.
thinks you should do.
Well, I just
But-
really kind of wanted to talk to Cinnamon.
hmm
I don't really, at this point, I kind of don't care about the thing anymore.
Sure.
I didn't know Cinnamon was going to be here.
hmm
This is all new. I've never had this much one-on-one time with Cinnamon.
At about this point in the night, when you've tried to talk to a couple people, at least sold one book,
Yeah.
not everyone has come, you hear Opal's voice in your head, checking in, reminding you of the limit, and asking what you know. I'm gonna count you.
Okay. Hi. Doing good. Got 5 gold now. Cinnamon's here. She's cool. People think Farrell is fine. I am starting to see what he sees in Cinnamon, though, and I think that it really comes
And about
down
there,
to-
you're cut off.
I think we should all have horses, and I think maybe we should all look into that when we get back, because if we all had a horse, then we probably think that... Oh, get cut off. Dang it.
Well, but that's the response you get. Don't think it
Great.
would really change anything that's happened up until this point. Not a lot of info yet, so so Ezra, as you're kind of now distracted by Cinnamon, do you want to talk to more people, or are you full what's Cinnamon's deal?
Well, I think I suddenly became aware of how alone I am,
Sure.
and it feels like I usually am not that. And now I feel nervous and I miss my friends. Cinnamon, I think I have to pack up my table and let's ride back to camp.
Okay. I mean, even as a horse and with that animal handling, you're able to like pack things onto Cinnamon, get onto Cinnamon, and start basically taking her back out the way you came. With
Can I tell
like,
Cinnamon my life story?
of course.
Okay.
So with probably like going quickly instead of just a casual walking speed of travel, you probably can get back there in like twice the time. So it's like 30, 45 minutes for you to still get back to the campsite. And so as she is traveling, we have what's happening at camp.
We have what's
I
happening.
assume you guys probably left early on to your watch.
Pretty much immediately.
Pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
So I would say roughly Ezra's still at least 30 minutes from arriving back at camp as Opal and Mr. Thomas. What do you guys do?
Opal, you're the leader.
I'm
What do we
not
do?
Poor Opal.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Ascending
Mm-hmm.
to Ryvar.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, did you get kidnapped? If not, this is stupid. Come back before you get yourselves killed. That's it.
Ryvar, you're
Perfect.
sprinting, probably now back on the road and
I did-
sprinting back.
I did turn into a horse to try and catch up.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm. I would say with sprinting, you know that you could probably get there in roughly the same amount of time, the 30, 45
Yeah.
minute range. Shave some time off.
Back to town?
Yeah.
Like the big town?
Yeah, because you had only traveled an hour, and that's just
Oh.
normal walking speed.
That's
So
not,
if you
that's
sprint
really
back-
not that far away.
We should have just not even said anything. We could have been back by our watch time our watch was over.
I thought for some reason, I thought we were like, I was thinking of the 2.5 hours or whatever. I think I would say to Opal, all good, not kidnapped. Out for a run. Be back soon. everything's fine. All good. Not stupid. And then I would, as we were running, tell Thane, okay, so, I know you can understand me. Actually, at this point, I would just be, if
get
you're
on
okay
my
with it,
back,
I'm just
yeah.
riding you, yeah.
Sexy.
And I'd say, hey, listen, so Opal is mad, said that we're stupid and that we should come back before we kill ourselves. You just... I'm riding you, so just keep going. If you think she's wrong, if you think she's right, go ahead and turn around. Either way, I'm on your back. So
You see the horse look back at you like, don't put this on me, man.
okay. Can we stop for a second? He gets off. He like turns to face you. Okay, so I think that we would be fine. I also think that I don't want to make our friends mad, and Opal's, she's kind of the one that can like bring us back from the dead if we die. And so I want to be on good terms with her. So I'm starting to feel like maybe we should go back. Do you have thoughts? Okay. So because I kind of said that I'm following you earlier, you're saying that to me now, kind of a thing?
I just bow. And then I'll wait for him to tell me where to go as a horse.
Well, last one there, it was their idea, and I sprint back to the campfire.
Oh shit! Back to the campfire. Okay,
Yeah.
I can go 120 feet.
Yeah, and I can go 135 if I use
how
key
long?
points for 42 seconds. I don't know. I don't know how far.
I can do it for 3 hours.
I don't know how far we got in that amount
I mean,
of
I
time.
immediately try to trample Ryvar.
Both of you just give me a straight D20 roll, and whoever's higher wins.
So you're gonna get yourselves
Oof,
killed.
that's
either
a
way.
6.
That's a 2.
Very ungracefully, you guys arrive back at camp, clearly racing and shoving, and Ryvar just like, as Thane like body checks him as a horse, Ryvar's able to like hold himself up and like half trips Thane to just like both stumble into camp, almost falling back around the campfire. As Opal and Thomas, you see your two friends return after being gone maybe 5-10 minutes total.
But I think because we both rolled so poorly, neither of us can get we're just both breathing so heavy.
Oh yeah, it was a struggle to get back that
Stay
fast.
a horse. I don't want to have to explain myself.
Thane enabled me.
I bite his
and
ear.
I try to dodge it.
Roll for an attack. As a horse.
I don't know if
I'm
dragons
guessing they have an a
ears.
bite attack.
I'm a war horse, yeah. I guess it's a hoof.
Dak.
I just punch him in the face. That's a natural 20.
Damn it. It's like that full-on first Avengers Thor Hulk moment where it's like they're just standing
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And just
You take 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
I would just like to be laid out. Like I just like honestly like if I can.
It's like full
if,
in the chest, and you just
If I can give that as I would love to just be knocked unconscious. If I can
Yeah,
allow that to
100%.
happen. Just like full on, just like. Poof.
immediately
watch Ryvar fall unconscious, and I look at Mr. Thomas and I say, "Great, wake me up for my watch." And I'm gonna go back to sleep.
I turn back into thing
That's
like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to knock him out.
There had to have been at least
One of those like I'm immediately snoring.
what you did tonight was not only jeopardize the party, but it jeopardized yourselves. And on top of everything, you lied.
What happened? Holy shit.
You were just telling everybody about how it was your idea to leave.
It was my idea. I'm so sorry. I look at Thane. I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again. Oh. I popped my jaw back into place. Oh.
Oh, I guess we're going to bed?
Oh.
Here's your rat back.
Already asleep.
It's gone. It disappeared after an hour.
Has
Wait,
it
hold
been
on.
an hour?
I got your rat.
Yeah, do you have my rat?
Yeah, I start looking around.
It's very important to me. It's my favorite rat.
Oh. I'll take first watch.
I think we're on
Again.
third watch.
Can't take first watch after running for an hour on your first watch.
And getting knocked out cold.
I need to make sure. I shouldn't go to sleep right now. I might have a
You
concussion.
I will take the next watch. If you go to sleep and you die, then that's tears saying
Then
that
we'll know.
that's
Yeah.
karma.
Yeah, we'll know. Okay.
Well, good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning, probably, Ryvar. Most likely.
Good night, Thane. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Everybody goes to sleep. Roughly about 20 minutes later, Mr. Thomas, you feel that connection restore with Cinnamon, and she kind of immediately fills you in of they're heading back. Ezra is with her, and
sound
she is.
like?
Ooh, yeah.
But she's not. Have I been? I feel like I was Cinnamon before.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
I don't know.
think. All right. Well, if she has different personalities, if I was her before, Cinnamon sounds like, well,
I hope it's a celebrity impression.
if I'm remembering
Jennifer
correctly,
Coolidge.
though,
Jeff Goldblum.
you have a telepathic connection, but you don't speak common in that connection. It's like you understand the intent of the feeling back and forth.
Let me just read. Let's see. Of course, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Yeah. Okay. Just full on telepathically. Okay.
So, yeah.
Are you Cinnamon's? No, I don't think you are. What is
Whatever that
Cinnamon to
question
you?
is, yes.
Oh.
I was
Have you
gonna ask
guys-
Father, but
have you
by
guys DTR'd?
the rumors of this, like, does she just call you Mr. Thomas? Does she?
Ooh.
Call you
How does
Daddy.
she refer to
No,
you?
hey.
Hey, that's right.
It's my
Most
choice to
lovely.
figure out what she calls me.
Is this how we come up with the name Sir Thomas?
Oh, hey,
Oh
no,
my
no.
God. Oh my
holy
God, he's not actually a knight.
Emily,
Yes.
that's brilliant.
Oh my
Emily,
God.
that's brilliant.
That might be
so
my favorite
sorry.
thing that's ever happened in Dungeons and Dragons.
This is gonna be his first lie. His first lie, baby. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Matthew, tell us.
Yeah, my only ever lie was telling Cinnamon that I was a sir.
Okay. Then as you feel that telepathic connection restore, you hear Cinnamon come back into your mind and say, Sir Thomas, I'm coming. I'm almost there.
Cinnamon! I
sorry.
yell out loud.
She's a fucking ingenue.
Ezra's also with me. I think she might have found some things while we were there, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't talk to her like I can you.
It's because we have a special bond, Cinnamon. Ride fast. Make sure that Ezra is safe. My
Of
beautiful
course, Sir
beast.
Thomas.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I hate myself.
Cinnamon!
I hate myself.
Oh, my jaw hurts.
Oh my god.
I
So,
just
some of you
want
are-
everyone to know that technically we have not made any progress in this section.
No, we've gone
we
45 minutes
are
outside
right
the city.
where we
This
started.
always happens in the second session.
Oh my
That's not
god.
true. Ezra
Yeah.
did sell a comic.
I sold a
That's-
comic
Yeah.
and I know that Mr. Farrell is not as crazed, like he's not as scary to
It's
people.
just so
And
funny
you got
to
a
me
general
that we,
direction of where he lives.
We literally are
Yeah.
in this. It's just funny to
General
me that we
direction?
are in the same direction, like
You literally
same
went
spot
backwards.
where we
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the
100%.
exact same spot where we
Uh-huh.
started the session.
Yeah.
So I'd say everyone but Ryvar, so Opal and Thane, you are startled slightly awake by hearing Mr. Thomas call out Cinnamon very loudly.
What?
And
Ezra's
Not-
coming back.
Oh, good, good.
And then about
Oh,
just a couple minutes later, because it's only a mile at that point, you can hear the hoofbeats as Cinnamon comes barreling back into camp.
Or-
I would like
Whoa!
to wait near camp and then jump out and tackle Ezra as she rides into camp, trying to teach her a lesson.
You are concussed.
I was gonna say, because you're concussed, I would say you stand up with this great idea and go, whoa. And you have to sit back down.
Oh, whoa.
Hi, Ezra.
Okay, everybody, I've got big news.
Oh,
oh, what happened?
So I set up outside of a tavern, and I got. Okay, it wasn't 5 gold. I got 5 silver.
Pretty good.
And Cinnamon and I are friends now.
Oh, great.
That fills me with
That's
such
great.
happiness.
She's really
What-
cool. Her nose is so soft.
Yeah.
What's the
so
news?
it's alright.
The news is that I'm friends with Cinnamon now.
I just put a gentle hand on Thane's shoulder.
Fine.
Also, I know kind of around where the manor of Mr. Farrell is, and the person that I talked to wasn't freaked out by his name. So
Great
I
job,
think maybe
Ezra.
he's not
Made
as
real-
scary. Thank you.
We've
Whoa.
made real progress today.
You guys.
Ezra, I trusted you, and you came through.
And nothing
Wow.
happened while you were gone.
Thanks.
He's
Thanks
lying.
for waiting for me.
Me and
Oh,
Thane
yeah.
tried to run back to the manor, and then Opal called us
Mom
stupid,
yelled at us.
and then we came back, and then Thane
Just trying.
clocked me.
They left
and it
Mommy
was
and Daddy.
It was impressive. To have that kind
That
of
sounds fun.
dexterity and aim as a horse,
Thank you.
it was not. I mean, all I'm saying is Thane is an impressive horse,
Is Thane still a horse, or did he change?
No,
back
I
to
had to
horse?
No, he
change
changed
Okay.
back.
and I just wanted to say that. For
I could be a
everyone
horse
to hear,
again.
for everyone to hear, I wanted to say that, and I put my hand. on
Thane
my
is
face.
definitely an impressive horse. I have ridden on Thane many times, of course.
Many times.
It's.
I
Whoa.
hate this
I'm
dynamic so much.
Never going to get a long rest if I'm going to take third watch.
Probably
so,
more times than Cinnamon.
I'm going to go back to sleep.
I really enjoyed riding Thane. I thought
Jesus.
it was.
You're good. You're...
What's going on here?
He,
What's happening here?
He didn't find my tail awkward at all.
No.
We just moved it to the
sense-
side.
I sense just a little bit of weirdness coming from. Are you all jealous of my relationship with Cinnamon?
I am not.
I think I might be.
Oh,
That's who it's been this whole time.
a wrinkle.
Well, Ezra, you can definitely talk with Cinnamon anytime you want. I will
Really?
caution you that Cinnamon is my beautiful, beautiful baby girl. So
Yeah, I don't want to disrespect that, but it's just she's kind of cool.
yeah, she is.
I think it's good for Cinnamon to connect with other members of the party.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Are
have
you
no problem with
afraid that Cinnamon's
Can
gonna
you
like
ask her if
somebody
she
more
likes
than you,
me?
Mr. Thomas? Is that what?
Well, I mean, it's kind of impossible because Cinnamon and I have a, let's say, spiritual bond. I believe that
Like we
Cinnamon
did?
was created by Tyr and sent to me.
So who do you think created us?
Probably Tyr.
So, like, Thane was created by Tyr, let's say,
Yep.
for example.
Yep.
So really no difference then so far.
But see, Cinnamon was created by Tyr and is also a spent time in the celestial planes and is in tune with the gods in a way that no other being is.
I mean, I'm a Circle of the Stars druid. You don't think I've spent time in the celestial plane?
Have you spent time
I
in the
haven't.
Celestial?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
I ask you to say hi to Tyr for me.
If I'm ever there,
Okay,
Ezra, I
I'm
can
gonna
be a
go to
horse
bed.
whenever you want. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really tired.
Yeah, this really weird feeling immediately falls over all of you that you get really tired and you just go to sleep.
Before I go to sleep, I would lay on my bed, on my little bedroll, and I would have set it kind of away from everyone so that no one could hear me, and I would say, "Hello, Tyr."
Aw. Cute.
Maybe if you were feeling like you wanted to
Give me a horse.
give me a horse friend, that would be cool.
I always knew Ezra
have to
was
be
a
like
horse
cinnamon.
girl.
But yeah, just like think about it, and then I'll go to sleep.
That's so cute.
On that very cute and wholesome prayer to Tyr, we're gonna take a break.
Because we
And then we're gonna start this session
JMO.
when.
And then we're just gonna start at square one. This time it's just morning, so really that's the only difference.
I feel
And
so bad.
and we'll see what happens with the muffins when we come back.
We love you, Jay.
Hello, welcome back. Hope you took a rest. Hope you took a potty break. Hope you're ready for some story progression, because that's what we're gonna do during this
Serious
second half. All right, so we will say you all do your watches. Nothing eventful happens. You wake up in the morning, probably a little later because you'll need a little bit more time to get a full rest after everything that's happened. But you wake up in the morning as a group, all together, rested, healed from the night's shenanigans, and ready to, presumably, go into Greenfast all together.
What if we did something completely different? Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to
You
bonus game.
can.
Yeah.
Let's just
Well,
go
no,
back.
actually, Ryvar actually was going to say, just one final check-in before we get going. Do we all want to go back to the manor, see if there's any evidence there, or do we want to go to Greenfest?
Oh, you guys are gonna love Greenfast.
We can't have gone this far and turned back.
We're closer to the manor.
We could have been back, or we could have already done that, right, Var?
I'm okay with
realize-
whatever everybody wants to do. I just think we need to stay together.
I say we set out to go here, and I think we should continue forward.
Forward, onward.
All right. As you travel the remaining hour to Greenfast, and you now see, for the first time, or at least lit up for the first time, in daylight, Greenfast. Similar to what I told Ezra, you guys enter from this road between trees right in the north part, right next to the river that flows through the middle of town. You see several terraced, raised areas, lots of houses. Ezra can point you to the tavern that exists. But mostly what you see is a small town with a couple houses, some barns, some fields, very much a small town. And one kind of, I think the only house that really looks apart would be this larger one right here that maybe you can tell is like an important person lives there. But other than that, pretty cookie cutter houses of a small little farming, maybe town.
And he said he like pointed this way, right? Towards like the west.
He basically pointed, yeah, to the west side of town. From where you were, he just kind of pointed that way. So you can assume that somewhere on this west side of the river is where Pharaoh lives.
And do any of the houses look like bigger or more ornate? Because we know that he's like a guy, right? Like he's like a business dude.
Okay.
A guy. I would say none really besides the one that's more in the middle of town, which you've not ruled out as at least not Farrell's.
Mhm.
Most of the houses look pretty similar. Like smaller, comfortable, maybe small families, but there's no really like mansions or anything crazy, which if Farrell was living alone, these would be plenty big enough houses for one dude, or a pretty smaller, little less comfortable for a full family. So it could go either way of maybe he owns multiple houses and he has like a whole little area that is his, or maybe he just has one house and that's comfortable for him for now.
So one of these over there.
Are there mailboxes with names on them?
Not that you can see. There might be like a similar plaque on some houses, like, excuse me, Sir Vecken had, but that's usually with like a title or something, so there's no guarantee that Farrell would have one. But you could just start kind of like walking by the houses and see if any of them do have a little plaque on them.
Yeah. And
Yeah, why not?
Somebody else has a
For a plaque.
Yeah. I mean, would it hurt to just ask?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody's gonna freak out.
Don't seem like threatening, like you're gonna.
Yeah,
kill
just
him,
like,
which
hey, do you
probably
happen to know
will.
where
Do
Mr.
it.
Farrell lives?
Maybe one person should do it instead of a large group of
Not
people.
me. I'm not good at talking.
Opal, why don't you try to see
Great.
if it's? I'm sure you won't mess this up. See, isn't it not nice to have like it's good to have like non-confidence in you? Like it.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of mean.
Do
It
you
is.
pick someone off that you just like see on the road? It's a small town, and since it's early enough, there might be like people going to work, but it's not a bustling city by any means. So you might have
Yeah.
to seek someone out or find or like wait a minute for someone to happen to walk by because they're like you can tell there's like farmers in the field, there's people like out and
Yeah.
about, but they're working currently.
I'm gonna just kind of like kind of walk down the road a little bit, looking around like maybe I'm lost and just try. Yeah, the first person I come upon who is maybe on their way to work or something.
Okay. We'll say
Like bonus points if it's like an old lady.
Bonus points.
Mall walking.
give give me a d20. Well, actually, I'll do the d20 and say evens or odds for you.
Evens.
The higher the dice, the older the person.
Yeah.
So
Roll
you
a D100
see
for
a younger middle-aged man kind of
Great.
carrying a box full of like a wooden crate full of something. It looks like produce or something. It looks like he's headed to kind of he's on the west side of the river. So like on this side of the river, and he's currently headed up towards kind of where you were, maybe headed towards one of those houses in that northeast side of the city, town.
Okay. Can I head that way and kind of like flag him down and say, excuse me, sir, may I ask just a moment? I'm a little lost.
Oh, yeah, sure. What's up?
I'm supposed to meet with an old friend. His name is, oh my God, what is this guy's name? It's not Sir Beckon. Why is that
Farrell?
the only name that I can think of right now?
It
What's
was
his name?
Farrell?
Farrell.
Farrell.
Well, his name is Farrell. He said he lived in this area, but I can't seem to find it.
Oh, uh, yeah, and he points to this house, in the area of this house and this house. Says, yeah, I think he lives in one of those two places, or maybe that one by the barn. 'Cause this
Hmm.
bigger one is a barn
Okay.
that I'm clicking on right now. So
Yeah.
basically, barn, and then he says he thinks he lives in kind of one of these three houses around the bar. But I think the smaller ones probably looks like more shed-like, might not actually be a house. So,
Right.
likely in one of these two houses. I don't, I've never actually visited him, but I see him in that
Oh no, that's
area a lot.
so
So,
helpful. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. And he keeps walking away, and you can tell that he's going towards this most north house, to deliver something.
Great. I'm gonna head back to the party.
Okay.
Relay the
What did you say was in
information.
the crates again?
I didn't. Did you look in the crates?
Yeah, I think I'm just a casual like. Is it a normal thing?
It's dynamite, and no. Did you go with her, or were you waiting? Because I
Just like
think you said like,
when the conversation finishes, just like looking like I'm not gonna go right up to him. Like if I
okay,
can't
give me a
see it,
perception check.
yeah. If I can't see it from a distance, that's fine. That's only a 14.
Um, the box isn't like overloaded by any means, but I would say you can see some like greens kind of popping up, like leafy something popping up the top, so you can imagine that it's probably some
Yeah.
goods or food of some kind.
Just making sure it's not like bones. You know.
Yeah,
What's going
you
on?
never know.
Wow.
I don't need nighttime sounds anymore. Hold on. What are you doing?
Crickets are loud in this town. Well, should we?
It's cicadas, common mistake.
Mm, uh,
We've at least figured out where he lives, so that's something. Or
Just go right up.
somewhat where he lives.
try to sneak into the house. Or should we just ask for him?
How about I'll go up to the door and knock on it, and then while you all do whatever sneaky thing you have to do out of eyesight of me, and I'll distract.
Okay.
Okay.
Because if I don't see it, it's not illegal.
Okay. Good to know. Good to
I
know.
don't. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, which house, Mr. Thomas, do you go to? Basically, the one that's on the left or right.
The bigger one on the right, I guess.
Okay. So as you pass by, you can tell that this is definitely a barn. You see some people working in it, shoveling something, and you can tell that this smaller building is indeed a shed. And then there's a bigger house on the right that you walk up to. As you pass the smaller house, you don't see a plaque on the house itself, so unsure if there's a name on it. Similarly, you don't see like a nice title on the side of this house either. But you walk up and just knock on the door.
Yeah, just
Okay,
knock.
what are the rest of you doing in this area? Are you sneaking around the back of the house? Are
Sneaking
you
around
hanging
back-
back?
well, we have to
Are
know it's
there-
his house before we sneak into it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though.
We don't know what he looks like, though, right?
You have not asked for any descriptions of this person you're looking for.
Nope.
Fucking
Mr.
idiots.
Thomas.
We're
Same-
idiots.
No,
Mr.
yeah.
Thomas,
Yes.
could you give us like a thumbs up if it's him, and then we'll do whatever we need to do?
Or just like go try to get inside if it is him. If it's not,
Okay.
then leave.
I'll invite myself in.
And then on
Okay.
that cue, we'll sneak into the back door.
Myself in.
It's gonna go great. All right,
Yep.
Mr. Thomas, as you knock, wait a moment. You hear footsteps approaching the door, and person opens. He is a blue-skinned elf. You can see his long ears kind of almost poking out more sideways because he's wearing this huge red hat with a blue feather coming out of it. He's dressed very ornately in a matching red vest, over a nice, like, white, clean and white shirt. He literally answers the door with his nose up in the air as he looks down at you. And he's got jewelry hanging from his ear going like all the way up to the tips. He's rings on his fingers, dressed to the nines, as he answers the door and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, hello. Oh,
Not
yes.
how I thought that was spelled.
Have you considered giving yourself to Tyr?
What?
I am a great paladin of the god Tyr, and I was. You seem like a person of great strength and honor, and I was wondering if you would like to know more information about my god.
I don't. But thank you. And he starts closing the door.
I put my hand in. I actually.
excuse me.
You actually didn't get my name. I am Mr. Thomas Gallent, and you are.
Thank you. I'm not interested. Bye. And
Well,
he
it's
starts
I,
closing the door.
I put my hand in. It's actually rude to not. I asked you a question, and you're gonna. And
It's
I
rude to stay on the doorstep of someone's house that has asked you to leave. Please leave.
Well, if I leave, you're going to hell.
Sounds fun. Okay, bye. He continues to try to shut the door.
I let the door close and then knock immediately again.
If it's still you, I'm not opening the door.
I think maybe we should interrupt at this point. I mean, this is not going well.
Cook, let him cook. I mean, do what we want.
It is me. I was gonna make my voice sound different and try to deceive you, but I that is lying. So I admit it's me again.
Okay, can you leave, please?
I don't
I
want
have
to.
no
I'm
interest in Tyr.
I'm not going to.
So,
I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, but why?
I want to get to know you. You're a very striking person and with a big hat, and I just think that you could use some god.
We still don't know if this is feral or not.
Um, on saying you think he's a striking person, he kind of cracks the door. Why do you think I need a god?
Well, because someone wearing such ostentatious clothing is clearly compensating for something, and I just think that having some God in your life will teach you the humility needed to advance further in your career, Mr. Is your name Farrell?
Kind of squints his eyes at you. Who's asking? Mr. Thomas, but like, besides being a paladin of Tyr, is that all, that's all you're about?
No, I just kind of heard some scuttlebutt around town and heard your name brought up. People seem to like you.
Yes, my name is Farrell. And for future reference, if you're trying to convince someone to hear what you're all about, stick with the compliments. You almost had me at that, but then saying I was ostentatious, you lost me a little bit. So, just a little free tip for you, but still not interested. But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Can I come in?
Nope, I'm still closing the door. Thank you.
I let the door close and then knock again.
Oh, okay. Uh, Mr. Thomas.
Yes, it's me for a third time.
Yes,
Have you
I figured.
reconsidered?
I have not. And before I need to forcibly remove you from my doorstep, I would like to kindly ask you one more time to leave, please.
No.
He goes over to like a
Are we
window
really
that
letting
faces
this
the front.
I
He
whispered
goes over
aloud.
to
Knock
a
on the
window
thumbs up.
He won me over with his persistence.
and opens the window and kind of leans out and looks at you from the side. Please leave. Please. I'm making eye contact so you know I'm serious this time. Please leave. Thank
There's
you.
no way it's good that he's yelling from the window. There's no way that that's a good thing.
You don't know
want me
Mr.
to go
Thomas
out
like
of
I
this
know Mr.
himself?
Thomas. He's very charismatic.
I
We'll figure
come
it out.
back on the back of Cinnamon. I've brought my horse. Does that convince you?
All right, he's lost.
At this point, those of you watching from afar, as Cinnamon appears, you see the workers that were by the barn. Four of them appear from the barn and start walking towards Mr. Thomas.
Ah, good. If we have more of us together, we can perhaps convince you to let us in.
As they pass, I'm like, this guy's crazy. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, honestly.
As they approach you, they will try to forcibly pull you away from the doorstep and get you to leave.
Unhand me, cretins.
Okay, we have to go in now, right? Like, can I?
Think so?
You want me to sneak
This
in
is
there?
this is a distraction.
Yeah.
This is
We
very
don't know.
distracting.
Is this Mr. Farrell?
I'll turn into a spider on Ezra's shoulder.
I try to give a thumbs up to the
I'm
party.
gonna open the window.
Okay,
the back.
so are you guys? So you're in the back of the house. I thought you guys were waiting to approach. Are you?
I thought we
at the
went
back
to
of
the
the
back.
house?
yeah, we're.
Well,
yeah,
we would have had
Okay.
to have seen all of this happen at some
Yeah,
point.
you're
at
right.
some point.
So we'll head to the back.
Yeah,
You're on
if
the
you're at the
side.
back of the house, you can't see Mr. Thomas. So if some are at the back of the house, that's one thing. But then if some aren't,
I think now
sorry, I
we
had
would
to
sneak
do my
around to the back.
camera again, all weird.
I think now.
We sneak to the back now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So two out of the four kind of roughly grab you by your arms and lead you away, or try to, because you're also on a horse, and so it's a little bit of a commotion. But if you resist, they will do something else. But are you trying to fight them to stay on this doorstep?
Under whose authority are you trying to arrest me? This is out of line. I try to resist.
Okay, the person that one of the two that has your arms, or I guess legs or something, say, "We're not trying to arrest you. We're just trying to get you to leave, man."
This person here has been rude to me, and I believe that they should be arrested. I command citizens arrest. Citizens arrest. Arrest that person.
Okay. Once you start to fight back, I need you to roll initiative because they will start attacking you instead of
Oh. Okay.
My goodness.
I got a dirty one.
We're definitely more on track for the second half, I feel.
A dirty one.
Okay. Let me start the order. Oh god. Nope, that's not the order. There's the
This is
turn
insane.
order.
It's a distraction.
This is all I've
Everybody's
ever wanted
definitely
out of
distracted.
Dungeons and Dragons.
A dirty one. Love it.
This guy could
Not
be
much better.
completely cool.
Totally. Let me get some tokens
He
out
looks
for
like
the
he has
people.
some clothes that I'm definitely gonna steal.
He doesn't know us though. He just knows Mr. Thomas. So I mean, we're cool still.
Chill vibes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're about to break into his house.
I'm a spider.
And I'm just a creepy little girl with a spider on my shoulder.
And so many.
I'm just a
comics
really
in a
big
bag.
cat.
Yeah.
Very inconspicuous.
We're basically an episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, okay?
Alright. Right. I'll have to
Wow.
change that. Sorry, hold on.
I think
one
we're more
second.
so an episode of Animorphs, but
Did anybody watch Beetleborgs growing up?
Beetleborgs.
no. But
love
I watched
Beetleborgs.
Street Sharks.
Street sharks are great. Vin Diesel
Yeah.
was a street shark.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was one of the street sharks.
I did not know that. That's amazing. I had the Street Sharks toys,
almost
and they were
positive.
awesome.
Yeah. Beetleborgs were kind of like knockoff Power Rangers, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
they're great though.
Go, go, power.
Kimberly was my first
Beetleborgs.
crush.
I did forget I had this item, the saddle of the Cavalier.
Oh boy.
Which
Yes.
I'm reading. While in the saddle
that.
on a mount, you can't be dismounted against your will if you're conscious.
They're just trying to pull you
They're
off.
just like, "Ah, come
No.
on, dude.
Unhand me.
Amazing. Okay. Let me add these guys.
I also have the mounted combatant feat.
Didn't you have that
Do we need
for
to
like
roll
a D&D
initiative?
thing, but it was like you were on a scooter. So
If you
that
are
was
all
just-
at the
yeah,
back
it's a
now,
yeah,
I don't think you
mall.
see this happening.
Okay.
Okay, he's doing his job. He's not gonna die, probably.
Wow, you all rolled terrible initiatives.
He might. Worst case, he gets arrested. We can't come back to this town. We add it to the list of towns we can no longer go to.
But the Gripply love us.
Yeah,
We're supposed to be
Ripley is
solving
great.
murders, and I just don't think we're doing it correctly.
All right, so do. To start this off, Mr. Thomas, I need you to make a there it is. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 20.
Okay. You see one of the hooded figures in the little tokens try to attack you and fail to do so. Go ahead and give me the same thing once again.
Whoa, magic users, not just farm hands,
Ooh,
people.
natural 20.
Okay, wow.
Dang.
All right.
Sir
So
Thomas.
they both attempt to do something. And then both of the guys try to pull you off the horse, just are going to pull out long swords and attack you with those.
Amazing.
They're attacking me, not Cinnamon.
Correct.
Thank God.
That's good for them.
I think that misses with just an 8. God, I'm rolling terrible. And an 8 again. Okay,
Good.
so
That was not the time.
they all fail terribly at their attacks as they're trying to get you off this horse, confused while you're literally not budging from the saddle that you're in somehow. And
Cut
Mr.
to,
Thomas.
he's fine, right? Like, he's okay.
Yeah. I would say since nothing is actually hit, you don't hear the sounds of battle yet.
Yeah.
So we'll say, Mr. Thomas, what do you do?
I
What do you do?
I don't know. I am going to try to. I'm going to cast.
Guiding bolt at 4th level.
Fireball.
I do have the Ring of Jumping, so as a bonus action, I can cast the jump spell.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna
And then
fucking
I'm gonna
cast it on
jump.
Cinnamon.
I can only cast it on myself,
Okay.
so I'm going to stand on the back of Cinnamon and jump to the roof if I can.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would say
shit.
definitely
Wow.
with the jump spell you can do that. Okay.
Ha! Try to arrest me now. And this is not trespassing.
We gotta hear that.
I would say, as loud as I'm sure Thomas announces that, at this point you hear enough commotion to make you guys suspicious. So everybody else, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh,
I
boy.
think he's on the roof.
I heard something up there.
We should
And I'll
not have
add
let him
a
do this.
token for everybody.
Add a token. Whee!
Just so I can get you an initiative.
Aw, damn it. I have advantage, right?
And sure don't.
No.
But I rolled
Turd.
badly.
I mean, we're not just gonna kill these people, right?
I have no fucking clue.
Find out.
All right, Ryvar, what'd you get?
10, sorry.
Opal?
6.
Okay. Thane?
19.
And Ezra.
21.
Ezra, my girl.
All right.
Fireball.
So you are all around the back of the house. This is not to scale by any means, but just
Yeah.
to get your tokens out there. Around the back of the house, could likely get to the front within your 30 feet of movement, to see what the commotion is. But yeah, you at least heard weirdly from above, and heard what Thomas yelled out. And at the top of the turn order, we have Ezra.
Oh boy. Okay, so we hear that. We spotted a window that we could get into? Like, were we in the midst of trying to get in?
I would say there's 2 front windows, and then I would say there's like at least 1 window on each side of this house. And so you could try to break into a window while all of this is happening.
Ugh, I don't want to be. I can be the one to like break us in, but I don't know exactly what we're looking for. So
It's true.
yeah.
Break on
I'm
through
lucky
to the
you
other
get to
side.
go first.
I know. This wasn't smart of me to roll so high on this one. I am.
I'll say, I'm gonna wait to show the map. You're not gonna see much. We're on either side of the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to. How? This is so fucked up. How, like, what are the dimensions of the house? Like, what feet by what feet? Like, if Thomas is on the.
I mean, the house probably like height wise is it's just a single story, so it's probably like
10-ish
12 to
feet?
15 feet
Okay.
tall with like roofing and everything over,
Mhm.
we'll say 8 feet of at least ceilings within the house.
And then, like, would
Around-
the house fit in a 15-foot cube?
The whole house, no.
Okay.
Maybe half the house. Because you can get around the house probably with like 30 feet of movement, so it might be like only 30-ish feet on one side, but
Because, okay, so I'm going to tell you something, and it seems like it might work, but tell me if
Okay.
it won't. If we're coming around the house and then I see Sir Thomas engaged with, like, a bunch of people who are, like, watching him, can I cast Silent Image in a
Mhm.
15-foot cube around where Sir Thomas is to make it look like in front of him is like just the house? So it's like
So like the house moved.
No, so it's like I'm thinking of it as like a backdrop. So it looks just like there's no one on the roof, but it's like the silent image is just the house as if Sir Thomas is not on there.
So it's like Mr. Thomas.
Oh,
It's kind of
So
like
he's,
she's
like,
casting
behind.
invisibility using silent
Right.
image.
But
Yeah, and I would
it's
say-
just so they would just see
Yeah.
the image of like the roof of the house, and Sir Thomas would be behind that silent image.
right. I would say so. And it's because it's just, you really just have to do like the very tip of the roof and then like sky behind
Yeah.
it. So I would say easily enough you're able to
Yeah.
make a little small area look like the background of Mr. Thomas, but in front of him, like he just disappeared.
That's
Okay.
a really cool use for silent image.
Yeah, that's fun.
Just to give it like so that they're confused, and then I can be like, "Come down, get down from there."
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it? That's not, is that a cantrip? Oh.
It's not. It's a leveled
God,
spell, baby.
please.
I got a 1.
Oh my Lanta!
This is not
Wild
a good
magic
time.
me, baby.
Let's go!
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go. That's the first time that's ever happened that early.
This group did not need a wild magic source.
Yeah.
For this to happen.
Okay,
Holy shit.
okay.
Alright, here we go.
Please
So
do
I just did something
terrible.
really cool and kind
Yeah.
of helpful,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then I'm gonna fuck it up.
Maybe. All right, give me that D100.
Okay. And let's go ahead and say, hang on one second.
I always want
Just
to
for
look
the
it up,
fun.
and then I'm like, oh, no, I want to just experience it.
Be surprised.
And just because we're about to be in battle, I'm gonna say that I did Tides of Chaos so that I would have the advantage on one attack roll at some point. So now for the rest of this, you can tell me to roll whenever,
Okay.
or you can access wild magic however you
Right.
want. If you really want to fuck this up for me, J-Mo, 40.
40.
40.
So, Ezra, were you trying to... So you ran around the side of the house, but were you trying to, like, stay hidden?
Yeah, I would have I
Like,
wanted
kind of
to.
on the corner?
I guess if I was to put myself somewhere, which I don't know if I can,
Yeah, here, I'll
access
just move
my
Mr.
token,
Yeah.
I would be like right here.
Okay. We'll just
And then
move
I
this
would
to
have
the
like
side.
cast it up so that it's like
Mm-hmm.
right here.
Like, getting to the front of the house, at least, so you can kind of cast where you need to and
Yeah.
see.
like
but-
maybe on like right on the side
not-
so that it like goes like up and over.
Okay. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, no. What happened?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
So the rest of you that are behind the house, Ezra kind of goes out of view
I am
around
on
that
Ezra's
side of the
shoulder,
house.
If that makes
That's
any-
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is on my
Canonically,
shoulder.
he said
I'm
that
a
he was
spider
a
on
spider on
Ezra's
Ezra's
shoulder.
shoulder.
Okay. Then you are now a spider on a potted plant on that side of the house.
Perfect. I blend right in.
Wait.
Oh my god, that's
Wait.
amazing.
So I'm just a potted plant
You're just a
now?
potted plant until the start of your next turn.
Can I
So
pick
this-
what kind of potted plant I am and tell you
Sure.
on my next turn? Okay, thank you.
What does it
I hope it's a
even
cactus,
mean?
and then Thane takes 1 point of
Oh,
piercing
no.
damage.
I've never been more inconspicuous as a spider.
Yeah, so you see, I guess then both Thane and Ezra disappear over there. And Thane, it's your turn. You are now on top of a potted plant that used to be Ezra.
I mean, I guess I start making a web.
That's hysterical.
This is home now.
How far? I have 20 feet of movement. Am I within 20 feet of the house?
Yes, Ezra stayed like next to the house basically, and is at that like kind of front corner, kind of hidden, so she's not like calling attention. So they don't notice you guys yet, especially now that it's just a potted plant and a spider.
Get as far as I can. If I can get in the house with dash with 40 feet of movement, I would.
Yeah, the window
Spiders
on
and
that
things.
front, like that side of the house, is the one that Farrell had opened. So
Okay.
you're able to, with 20 feet of movement, easily get into the house through that window.
Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for. What is the inside of this house look like? Is it well kept?
Similar to how he's dressed, it's very ornate, lots of fancy stuff just like decorated across this area. You see Farrell himself. Let me see what he has. He's kind of positioned himself staring at the door, but now closer to like a back window. Like he, like if the living room kind of isn't on that one half of the house, he's like kind of ready to either bolt out a window. He's holding a rapier at the ready just in case, but hasn't joined the fight just yet, but has heard enough commotion that he's kind of at the ready.
Is it one story, two stories? It's one story, right?
It's a one story.
Does it look like? Is there like an office or something, or are
So there's a living room, that's like half living room, half kitchen, and then it looks like there's two rooms kind of on the other side of the house as well. So it's like half is common area, kitchen, living room-ish area, and then maybe either two bedrooms or a study or an office or something like that.
I'll just start to head towards the closest door to me, or
Okay.
the closest room to me.
I mean, with 40 feet, I would say you can get to whichever one you want,
Okay.
and at least look inside.
Cool. Well, that is what I will do.
Okay, so you get to one of those bedrooms. We'll come to that next. It is.
Would Ezra's silent image have stayed? Is that a concentration spell?
It is, yeah. Can I not concentrate as a
Oh yeah,
plant? Is that what
while a
you're
plant,
saying?
you are incapacitated
Dang it!
and vulnerable to all damage.
Wait, incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that means you can't concentrate on spells.
No concentration.
Okay, so
Dang it! As soon as I do something cool and useful.
um,
You
so
become
then
aloe.
give me a
I
wisdom
become
save again,
aloe.
Mr. Thomas. Now that you are seen once
Yes.
more.
Mr. Thomas just like blinks out of existence for a second.
We're just like literally a second.
I got a 16.
Okay, that's fine. Give me another one.
Ooh.
9.
There it
Okay, that
is.
one fails. So the second of these two hooded figures kind of hanging back casts command on you and says basically like come here. And so on your next turn you have to obey. Ryvar, your turn.
Oh, but what do I do?
God, what?
Do I sneak into
Why
this
don't
house?
we make a plan?
I don't know.
Follow Ezra.
Okay.
Because all we
get
know is that
around to
Ezra
the-
went around the corner, right?
I turn the corner. I see nothing.
Yeah,
I see
you
a
see a
random
nice
potted plant.
yeah, you see a potted plant on the side of the house.
Oh my god, what the fuck? I think maybe they've already snuck in.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need a bunch of people just sneaking in, so I think Ryvar just goes to the front of the house.
Okay.
And just says, and just like, sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the front of the house and be like, what's going on here? What's all the hubbub about?
Okay. They will respond on their turn.
Yeah,
But
do
are you
I-
gonna hold any kind of action?
Yeah, well, when they look at me, do they look confused or pissed? Can you at least give me that much?
I would say they're not really either.
Okay.
I think they're confused in the sense of just someone has approached them and appeared,
Yeah.
but without like knowing your intentions yet. They're indifferent to you right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold. Okay. How about, will you let me do this? So I know you can normally
Depends.
can't. I know you can't normally hold bonus actions. I don't want to waste a key point if these guys aren't going to attack me. Can I hold going into patient defense? So like, if they come at me aggressively right before they come at me, I'm gonna use a key point to go into patient defense so that the attacks would be at disadvantage.
Sure.
Can I do that? Is that cool? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then that's what I do. That's my turn.
Okay. So Ryvar is now also over here. Thane's in the house. All right. Opal, your turn.
So I say, follow Ezra, and then I'm like a couple steps behind, assuming that we're following Ezra.
Okay.
And then as Ryvar goes around to the front, I'm gonna kind of press myself back up against the building and cast sending to Thane
Okay.
and say, are you with Ezra? How did you get inside?
As a free reaction, I'll let you respond.
I was with Ezra. Ezra's a plant now.
R.I.P.
I look down at the plant right next
Yeah,
to me.
you're like, oh.
One of the little leaves just goes like this.
Just a little wait.
One of the leaves has like a white streak.
Oh.
Aw, I like
It's
that. That's cute.
it's a spider plant. I
Oh.
picked.
Oh.
I put it in the
I like
chat.
that.
Beautiful. I don't know, it's a spider plant. And then he would just say, I'm inside looking for
Or
an
not a spider
office.
Okay. I'm going to use, I know that this might sound stupid, but I need to get us together. So I'm going to use another spell slot to cast another sending back to Thane and say,
Sending in action, though?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
technically
you're
like
right.
Yeah.
in combat.
Yeah, we're
Right.
so
That's a
never
combat
mind. That's
sending.
not what I do.
Combat
I
sending.
am going to peek around the corner and just have eyes on what's going on in the front. If I can kind of like hide myself a little bit.
Give me a stealth check.
You'd think I'd be good at this as a cat, right? No. 13.
Okay.
We're
We'll
gonna
see.
have to find everybody.
We'll see. All right. Both of these guys that were trying to get you off the horse just moved towards the guy that was successful with its spell, and they're both going to hold their action until Mr. Thomas is closer. The one closest to you, Ryvar, kind of hears you and says, "This guy just wouldn't leave. We're making him leave. That's all. None of your concern."
Okay.
I don't know him.
I don't know him. That's the end of their
Seems
turn.
nuts.
Mr. Thomas, you spend your turn obeying the command to come.
I jump off the roof.
Yep.
I fall off the roof.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, give me a dex saving throw.
Natural 2019.
That's amazing.
You look like you're going to actually fall, and then you just like hero pose by the time you actually get to the ground. You stand up, kind of brush yourself off, and you walk up right to the hooded figure in front of you. And that is your turn.
Just because I came to you doesn't mean that you can arrest me. Cross my arms.
Oh, this guy sounds like a real tool.
All right. Ezra, you are a potted plant, and then suddenly at the start of your turn, right next to Opal, just suddenly appear as yourself again, almost in the same spot as Opal, as she's hiding and peering around the corner of the house in front of you.
Whoa. That was crazy.
You're you again. Cool.
Oh man, my silent image is gone.
Why were you a plant?
I assume you guys are whispering while you're having this conversation.
Why were you a
Maybe.
plant?
I don't know.
We'll come back to it.
Okay. What did I
Ezra,
miss?
what are you doing?
I don't know. Sir Thomas went to them.
Mm-hmm.
I was a plant, so I don't really know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't really see anything.
Yeah, incapacitated is like down for the count.
Yeah, is Ryvar right here? And then what's he doing?
He's a little farther ahead of you. It looks like he's just watching as like a
I'm
hands
a
on his hip
nosy
while,
neighbor.
Wow, look at
Yeah.
this happening.
Yeah.
Goodness goodness.
This guy.
There goes the neighborhood.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but maybe I'll try to break in through the window.
Okay. Do you have a lockpicking set?
Nice.
Thane, like jumped onto the house, right?
You
He's
were in.
inside. Well,
He got inside.
you don't know. You don't know.
I
He
would
was
know.
on you, and now he's not.
boy.
Isn't Farrell right by, like hanging out the window still? Or no?
He's not out the window.
the
He's
window
like
just
farther
opened.
back. So like you can, if you peek through a window, you can see him watching the door, but he's still inside. So yeah, if you break in, you will fully be seen by Farrell.
No, I don't have a lock picking kit.
Okay.
But I have a dagger.
Okay. You can attempt to break into the window by like lock picking the lock with a dagger or just smashing it.
I'm It would be really stupid to polymorph myself into a spider, right? And also follow Thane.
No.
Maybe not if you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna polymorph myself. I've never had polymorph, so I don't know if there's like rules against like can I be a creature with a flying speed as long as it's like still in the challenge rating?
I don't think there's any flying rules. It's just the challenge rating versus
I just
your
want to
level.
be a fly instead of a spider.
Yeah, I would say that's a low enough thing.
Or like a cute little bee.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna be a cute little bee.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly into the open window that, like, around the house in the open window where Farrell was hanging out.
Okay.
And get, like, into, like, the depths of the house.
Okay, I would say, probably roughly the same speed you can get to one of the two doors that you see on the other side of the house.
Oh, okay.
So there's like a bedroom and either second bedroom or office kind of two doors that you see at kind of the back of the house.
Uh-huh.
And Thane went into one of them.
Uh-huh.
You
I
don't
know
see him
which.
right now.
Okay.
And don't know which.
I'm gonna chill for a second just to see if one other person could make it. Can I go to the side window that Opal was on, who I'm assuming saw me turn into a bee? And like, boom.
I mean, her last thing was hiding and watching what was ahead of her. So
I guess that's true.
she heard you cast a spell.
Yeah.
But that's probably it. So she could probably infer that you changed into something, but
I'm gonna bee bump on the window. You know how bees like when they bump into things, and then try to get Opal's attention
from inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bee bump.
We will get to that on Opal's turn.
Cool.
All right. Thane, as you looked at kind of the two bedroom doors, did you choose the right or the left?
Which one is? I would choose the one closer to the front door. So whichever.
Okay, so the left, we'll say.
Left,
yeah.
Okay.
So you scurry under the door, and you find yourself in an office.
Sick. I would just try to crawl up to the desk, or I'll, if I can, like hang down over the desk to try to look at if there's like paperwork or what's going on with.
Okay.
What is he
To
working
crawl
on?
like all the way like up the ceiling and stuff, and then dangle. We'll say that takes like full movement. And then give me an investigation check.
Oh, not good. 5.
As far as you know, these look like business papers about business stuff.
I'm I'm a druid. I know nothing of business.
I have a liberal arts degree.
Well, that's my turn. I'll just continue. I'll try to keep on looking at the desk my next turn. I'll just stay in the office.
Okay. Okay. Both of the hooded figures are going to hold their actions. Looks like they're holding spells again while looking at you, Mr. Thomas, to see what you do next. Ryvar, your turn.
Whew, crazy afternoon. Sorry you guys are dealing with this. Well, I think that Ryvar sees that this is a one-story house. Sees that Pharaoh's like really ostentatious. He doesn't think Vialis is in this house. So I think Ryvar says, "Sorry you have to deal with this. That's crazy. I'm a messenger from Waterdeep looking for Lord Vialis. I'm assuming that's his house over there, and I'm just gonna start walking towards the second house."
Okay. They don't stop you.
Okay, that's what I do.
All right.
And I'm gonna casually walk, so it's pretty much my whole turn to walk over there.
Just great. Opal, you hear Ezra cast a spell behind you and can glance and see that she's gone, so assume she turned into something or turned herself invisible. What is your passive perception?
18.
Okay, with an 18, you definitely can hear something tapping on the window and see a little bee just deet, 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 tapping on the window. Ezra, do you just tap, or were you trying to do something when she notices you?
I think I just wanted her to like notice the window.
Okay.
So that she would be ready because I had something else that I could do that I just thought of because I just looked at my inventory instead of my actions. So I'm
Got
feeling
it.
really silly.
Okay. So you observe the window, you observe the bee that you assume is Ezra. What do you do?
I am going to give Ezra B 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
And then kind of point to like where they are inside the house, and then point to the front of the house and just like I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna see Ryvar doing whatever he's about to do, and I'm gonna hold an action to cast command if I need to do so to get anybody out of trouble.
Okay. Next then is um both of the beefier looking guys that had come over try to once again take you by the arm, Mr. Thomas, and lead you away from the house, and basically just are trying to like take you straight east to the other road and like toss you out, basically. Are you resisting?
I won't resist.
Okay. Then as a group with the two hooded figures kind of following close by, they all move until they get to the road, and then you are roughly thrown into the street onto the ground. And they say, "Don't come back." And they turn around and start making their way back.
Wait, hold on. I, you guys you probably know Lord Vialis, right? The other guy that dragon with us here is going over to Lord Vialis. That's crazy, right? What are your thoughts about that?
Don't say I'm with you, bitch.
They um what do they do? They are going to at first continue walking, even if you say, hey, wait. At the mention of Lord Vialis, the two hooded figures stop and turn to look at you and um eye you down and say, "What do you want with Lord Phileas?"
I
Vialis?
I am compelled to speak the truth in this moment. I believe this lord
No.
is evil.
Okay, both of the hooded figures are going to release the held spells that they had.
I thought they were on my side with that.
So they're going to step back up to you and does a 17 hit?
No.
Okay. What about a 19?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Then you take where's the Nope, not that one. There it is. You take 19 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, boy.
Who are these guys?
And both the other guys are going to attack you with your. Well, I will say they grappled you, so they'll use their actions, but you are basically once again surrounded with all of the people.
Okay. No
Um,
problem.
so it is. Oh, actually, let me see. Because you were prone, so they had advantage on a melee attack. So both of them would actually hit you with their melee attacks.
Oh, boy.
So you take another 19 points of necrotic damage.
Oh boy.
Ryvar
As
says,
they both
walk
cast
away.
inflict wounds on you.
Oh, my God.
And it is your turn. You are prone, more over on the street. Kind of move all y'all over here. And just like fully surrounded by all these people.
Okay. I'm like about to die already. Do these people look like, at least the ones in the cloak?
Mm-hmm.
They look like kind of like squishy magic users to me, or
A little bit, yeah.
You can't just call somebody squishy, man.
I am going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Murderer.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the hooded figure with my Serpent's Fang sword with one hand.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, 4 slashing, 6 poison, and 2d6 thunder damage.
Whoa.
4 slashing, 6 poison, 8 thunder.
Nice.
And
18.
your weapon
Nice
rings with
math.
thunder that is
Good
audible within 300 feet.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So
Okay.
did we all hear that then?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, fuck.
Definitely.
How is this person looking?
They look very rough. They look
Okay.
bloodied.
Am I a murderer?
Yes.
Probably
I'm-
evil.
This is how you become a sir. You finally listen to yourself.
Realize that murder is the only way to fame.
I'm gonna attack him again.
Yeah!
Gonna be a long time in the stockade after this.
Natural 1. This is what I get.
Shit!
Your moral. Oh no, come back, turn order. Moral conundrum stayed your hands just enough to cause it to miss this cloaked individual in front of you.
I could have killed you just now. So stand down, all 4 of you.
Oh shit. Oh, she's rolling
stand-up
initiative
call.
for that guy.
That's my turn.
All right. Go ahead and for the fun of it, give me a persuasion check. Or intimidation, depending on which one.
Persuasion. Actually, intimidation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
That's crazy talk.
Sir Thomas.
All right.
The sun glints off his bald head. Sting!
Also, my armor.
All right, we'll come to that when
The
we
bolt
get to
had way
them.
more than the armor.
You shine
Top of the turn order, Thane, you see Farrell come running into the office that you're hovering over. Um, I'll say with his passive perception, he doesn't seem to notice you or thinks you're just a spider, so that's fine. Um, you see him
Must deal
grab
with that
things,
spider
less
over there.
papers that are on the desk, but like grab a coat, like a bag, like kind of things that are more around the office. And then Ryvar, since you're kind of on that side, you see
Yeah.
him come out the door and just start booking it.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he's just running away. And that is his full turn. Ezra,
Would I have seen any of him moving and like?
you're on the
kind of-
opposite side of the house, so you don't really see him, but you definitely saw and heard Mr. Thomas get hit a lot and then start attacking back.
Oh boy.
Would you allow me to use a reaction to drop onto him? If not, it's totally fine.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to ride him and see where he goes,
Oh,
yeah. His hat's big
Ah.
enough, it's easy.
Yeah, he's got that big head.
Yeah.
Always the ridden and now the rider.
Haha, this is fun. I can see why people like it.
Whoa. So deep.
The
Still more
wind
of a
in
sub,
your millions of eyeballs and tiny hairs. Ezra, what are you doing?
I don't fucking know, dude. Well, as far as I know, I am still becoming the hero and letting people in. So I'm just gonna keep going, I guess, with what I was gonna do.
Okay.
And I was bee bumping. I got Opal's
Mhm.
attention. Is
Mhm.
Opal still there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
She said she was
I
just
thought-
watching, so she's
yeah.
watching everything.
I'm gonna drop polymorph and I'm gonna pull a chime of opening out of my bag, which I forgot I had.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're inside. I forgot you had moved inside. So you definitely saw Farrell run out of the house.
Oh, I did. Okay, cool.
Yes,
Then
yes,
never
yes,
mind.
yes.
I'm not gonna do what I just said. I thought I didn't see him. So I'm gonna Bee-Buzz follow him.
Okay.
Um,
Is there a stat sheet for a bee?
I hope so. Let's see. Bee. D&D. A giant bee.
Did you? I don't think you became a giant bee.
No.
Can you imagine? He just comes into his office and there's a
Jesus.
giant bee.
So it looks like you have
That is
a
my nightmare.
20-foot
What a
fly
rat.
speed.
Fly speed.
So you would not be able to keep up with him, but you can start following him because he's, he's got the classic 30 feet of movement and a dash.
Yeah, that sounds like I would just be better off as myself. So I think as he is has left and I know that he's like out of the house, I'll drop polymorph and follow
Okay.
him at a distance.
Okay.
And I will cast message to Opal because I know
Okay.
she was watching me bee bump. And just say he's on the move. He's going. Is that west? Is that east? He's going
South.
southwest.
Okay.
I'm on his tail. He doesn't have a
Um,
tail, but
I'll say I'll try to get the others and follow.
Okay. All right. End of Ezra's turn. Thane, are you just holding on?
Yeah, just holding on. Maybe try to make a little web in the hat to help me hold on a bit. Just that's my term. Hunkering down.
could I?
Okay,
Somehow
I would
hide in
say-
a flap or something.
Yeah, I would say I mean, he can run fast, but it's not like a spider being on a car by any means. So, like, you can hold on without, it won't make you roll for it. So as
Okay.
long as you want to hold on, you can hold on.
And then I want to try to if I can try to hide.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, he's got that giant
Right.
feather. You can easily,
Sick. Sick.
find a spot.
And
Yes,
I'm
Ezra?
just hanging out.
Can I say that I sent the exact same message to Ryvar and used Twin Spell.
Yes, if you use Twin Spell, yes.
So it's like it's like just a double message, just so he knows that like someone's following this guy too.
Sure.
I know he
yeah.
probably saw it, but then he can kind of stay back if he wants to, or make a choice however he wants.
Okay. Ryvar, do you respond?
I don't think you can respond to message.
You can.
Yeah.
You can?
And yes, I am going to respond on my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll see. You'll see. You'll see.
All right. With your natural 20 persuasion,
Intimidation.
yes, thank you.
Oh,
Intimidation. The two hooded figures that are the more squishy ones, do kind of basically spend their turn doing nothing and seeing how kind of this is going to play out. Because they did do damage to you, but that was kind of scary, and you hurt one of them pretty bad. So their turn is being a little scared. Ryvar, your turn.
All right. Well, I know I'm faster than him, so I'm going to use my full movement and then bonus action, patient or step of the wind, to run up to 90 feet, which I will assume will get me right up to him. And I do respond to Ezra's message. She'll hear in her head, "On your left," and I just like sprint right by.
Love it.
And I am going to then use my action to attack him twice.
Okay.
Yep.
Boy. Here we go.
Whoo! Here we go indeed. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Don't hit him in the head.
He takes max damage, 13 points of slashing damage because I'm a dragonborn, and I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, he fails because he is unconscious.
Oh!
He's just a dude.
You've killed him. He had
Murderer!
9 hit points.
Okay, well, he's also,
Outright.
his unconscious body is stunned because I did use Stunning Strike on him. So yeah, I just... Since I have 90 feet, I like to think that I just, like, run, skid in front of him, and just, like, meet him with just a full cold clock right to the skull.
Yes.
And not expecting him to just drop. And I'll just be like, oh! And that's my turn. I mean, that's my action, bonus action, and movement.
Would I take a point of damage as he falls?
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's fine.
It's like a D4 for each 10 feet, so I don't think so.
D6.
And you've got the feather and everything, so yeah, you can maneuver yourself to stay on the hat and fall safely. But yeah, so Ryvar killed him.
I didn't kill him. He's fine.
You didn't say non-lethal.
Well, I mean, I guess you're right. I didn't.
And for these characters, we don't. I in the past have narratively given some death saves, but
for sure,
I mean, you almost did twice his health. So.
I thought that he was more powerful, so I didn't specify. If you don't want that to happen, I totally understand. I would not have tried to full on kill him, but if that's what happened,
you
that's what
wouldn't have
happened.
tried to murder.
You do have previous though.
You have a history of it.
I would not have tried to kill him. I would
This
try
is
to
well in
just...
line with your...
You knocked his block off.
We'll leave it to the dice.
His block.
Give me a D100. 50 or higher, he's dead.
Oh,
50
no.
or lower, he's unconscious.
He's
Back.
dead.
It's true to your character.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
All right.
fuck.
So he is
That's the outcome.
dead. So you, Ryvar, as you come and punch him, thinking that he has some sort of like he's wearing like some gold, some like breastplate, like, but it's clearly ornamental, and you just clock him in the face, and you like hear his neck
Ah!
as you just clock it to the side, and he crumples
Ezra just
to the
stops.
ground.
Great.
We gotta
Ryvar,
get-
anything else on your turn?
That was my full turn.
All right.
Get out of here.
Opal, as
There's
you're
body.
watching, I would
Dragon-
say you're aware enough that you've seen people go south, assuming that they're following someone. You see a group of people still surrounding Mr. Thomas, and now it's just you and him
Oh
with
my
these
God.
4 people attacking Mr. Thomas.
Ryvar.
Fucking
Oh,
shit,
man.
guys. So there's
This is
4 people attacking
Yes,
Mr.
2 of
Thomas.
which you can tell are a little apprehensive to continue attacking.
Okay,
the scare.
so I am going to cast Inflict Wounds. I'm gonna just like pop out from around the corner and try to stealthily cast Inflict Wounds on one of the ones that does not seem apprehensive, preferably who is right next to one of the ones who does seem apprehensive.
Okay. Yeah, so the like big beefier guys seem to like as of now be like in it still. And I'll
Yeah.
say
Oh
you
wait,
can, since
Inflict
they're
Wounds
kind of
effect. Hold on.
focused,
Guiding Bolt.
it
I'll
is
do
the
a guiding
melee. Okay. Roll to attack.
Okay. 25.
Wow, yeah, that hits.
And that's gonna be 15 points of radiant damage.
Okay. He's a little beefier, so it doesn't seem to like affect him as much as maybe the others, but
Oh
he
god.
took it and he looks a little hurt. A little
Great.
singed around his clothing and such from the radiant damage.
And then I guess that's all that I can do. Yep, that's it. I'm gonna try to duck back behind the corner of this building and remain. I know I just attacked, but
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next are those 2 beefy boys. The one you just attacked will follow you and come up to you, Opal, while the other
Fair.
stays with Mr. Thomas. So Opal does a 9 hit.
No.
I don't want to use that dice anymore. It's rolling shitty. That wasn't much better. That misses Mr. Thomas. So, they both take 2 attacks. So that will miss Mr. Thomas. And wow, that'll miss Mr. Thomas. Okay, so they both do 2 attacks with the longsword, and all 4 attacks miss. Because I didn't roll above a 6. So that's their frustrating turn. Mr. Thomas, you can tell that your intimidation worked on the hooded figures, but it seems like not all of them, even with a nat 20.
All right, I look at the hooded figures. There's still time to cleanse your soul. I pull out my sword towards the guiding bolt one. Is the one
He
that's...
followed Opal because Opal attacked him. He followed Opal and attacked her.
Oh, so he's away.
So he's like closer to the house and you're more by the road.
So, okay. I would have got advantage, but I cannot afford to leave these people. Well,
I mean, you would probably only take 1 attack. Opportunity
yeah,
attack.
True. I'm gonna bonus action drink my potion.
Okay.
Right? That's a bonus action. What's a regular healing potion? 44.
2d4
He
plus
gets-
2.
That.
Okay, 8 points. Great. Honestly good. And I'm gonna go over. I'm just gonna go over to the one by Opal and attack it, taking that attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Got my shield out.
He hits you once. Cause yeah. Only a D8. So it's only 5 points of slashing damage.
Only.
All right, and then I'm going to attack this person with my sword twice.
Okay.
Because I get advantage because of the guiding bolt.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh
Natural
my
20.
God.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Definitely divine smite for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then this will be 4 plus 48.
Oh my god.
So 16 plus 10, 26 plus 22 is 48.
Jeez.
You kill him. He's dead. He had
Murderer.
43 left.
But he's still conscious, though. I'm not a murderer.
No, he's dead.
All right. I turned back to the other three. Who's your god now?
You created a monster.
Okay. uh, that's the end of Mr. Thomas. Farrell is dead. Ezra, your turn.
Okay, so we're saying Farrell is dead, as in like
Dead.
he surpassed his hit points and he just automatically is dead. Like no potions.
If
of
he was a
healing or
character, it would
anything?
be that. For like these kind of people, usually it's if they drop to 0, they're dead. They don't do death saves or anything like that. For him, it was a 50-50 shot of if he was gonna do death saves,
Okay.
and he does not.
So he's just
he
straight up
is
dead. You can't like.
he is dead.
There's
dead.
no like
Dead.
potion that you can throw in his mouth.
Correct.
Unless it's a revivify potion.
I look at Ryvar. We have to hide the body. Right?
Robert doesn't say anything.
Is this like a little cliff here?
Yeah, it goes up kind of into a plateau. So
It goes
you're a
up?
little, yes, so you're uncovered, kind of hidden behind this plateau of, it's like one level and then even another level.
And it's going up from us, or we're
Up.
on the top and it's going down?
It is going up from you. So you're kind of on the outskirts of what would be going a little tiny
Okay.
little cliffside going up.
I cast Mold Earth on the side of the thing, and
Okay.
I pick the guy up and I throw him in there, and then I cast Mold Earth to cover it up again.
Okay, Mold Earth is a 5-foot cube.
It's a 5-foot. Excavate it and deposit it up to 5 feet away. It is a 5-foot cube. Yes.
Okay, so you'll need to cast that twice to like clear a big enough spot for this body,
Yeah.
and then cast
I
it
think I
again
just-
to kind of fill it in. So, so on
Ezra,
this
stop
turn you
it.
cast it once.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
I already dug the hole.
I don't care. We're not burying his body.
Then why didn't you tell me not to when I asked if we should bury his body? You just didn't say anything. You just let me do it myself. What do you want?
I don't think we have this much time to talk.
Yeah, I was like, this is the end of your turn. But we'll come to that on Ryvar's turn. Thane, you were also in this mix. You saw Ezra start to bury the body. Ryvar said, "No, you're a spider."
I'll turn back into Thane as a bonus action.
You all
Just
see
look
Thane just
look at
appear.
Ryvar, what'd you do? I look at Ezra. We gotta bury this body.
I'm saying. He said not to.
I will start grabbing the stuff that I saw him grab like bag and whatever. I'll
Okay,
start
sure.
grabbing that. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Up next, these guys start to slowly back away from you, Mr. Thomas, and start heading back to the barn. I'm just like, I don't want any trouble anymore. I'm good.
All right.
And they just start backing away. Ryvar, your turn.
I am going to pick up Farrell's body, throw it over my shoulder, and start heading back to that house's area.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hide in the
Dead
hole
Farrell?
that I made.
Okay. Ryvar's turn. Opal. The bad guy that was right in front of you is now dead. There seems to
Yeah.
be one more that is engaged, it seems. May not be engaged after seeing how Mr. Thomas just murked his friend, but
I'm just
Merked.
going to look at
Merked
Mr.
is such
Thomas
a
and
funny
say, follow me when you're done here. And I'm gonna run after the direction in which I know Ezra went.
okay. We'll say you come to the front of the house and then pretty clearly see Ryvar heading back carrying a body.
Great.
So you can wait there for them, I guess.
Great.
All right. Should have asked this when you said that, but to the who's your god now? Mr. Thomas, please give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Yes. This is what I'm good at.
Come on.
22.
22. He after everything, seeing his friend and seeing that there's clearly more of you around, he also kind of drops his sword and just like he kind of doesn't move because he can't easily get back to the barn, so he just drops his sword and is like, so we'll say at this point we are out of combat. We have
I just immediately throw Farrell down at Opal's feet and I say, please.
Okay.
You need the diamond. He's dead. Hurry. Please.
Okay, gosh, why did you kill him? Okay, sure. Let me make sure that I have a diamond. I don't even know that I have a diamond.
Can you speak with Dad?
No.
Damn.
I killed him.
There's no way you wouldn't be prepared without a diamond.
I know. I think I would have gotten a diamond. I just
yeah,
did.
I
How
would.
much does that have to be worth?
You're gonna
It's
waste
100 gold, I think.
There's a diamond on Farrell's outfit somewhere.
That's true.
Probably, honestly.
True, honestly, I'm gonna use his own diamond to
Okay.
repay it.
It's a tax. Yeah.
You just put his own hand filled with like rings, and then just like a couple of them
Oh
disintegrate into him. Okay, you cast Revivify, and you have to roll for that, right? I don't think I've ever had to.
No, you don't, technically.
Not on
in
the
my games,
first
you
time.
have. No, even.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a homebrew rule.
yeah, rules is written, you can do it an infinite amount of times.
We'll say, assuming this is his first time, you don't have to roll for it. So you see him gasp back to life, with his 1 hit point, on the ground, looking absolutely terrified at Ryvar and at all of you.
Thank God.
He doesn't speak. He just wide-eyed looks at all of you. These hooded guys, if they're not stopped, are gonna head back to the barn, and this thug is gonna also start to kind of
Whoa.
into himself. Just, also head back to the barn, unless someone stops them. Or are you guys focused on Farrell?
I mean, I'm focused on Farrell.
I think
I'm
I
not
would
gonna.
be
s-
focused on
I'm not gonna
Farrell.
stop them. I mean, I might give them a pamphlet or some literature.
Of course, naturally.
I'll let them go.
We should
Okay.
get back into Farrell's house with Farrell. Just get out of the streets. Maybe get the other dead bodies in here.
Yeah, I
I'll-
think go into
There's-
his own house with him.
There's only one dead body. I'd take the dead body to Opal. Opal, please.
I would say you probably would have bought one more diamond in case one of you guys die. But
What if we die?
yeah, but that like you would have bought one to be safe.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Can we just one at a time here, maybe?
He knew what he was getting into.
Do we need the most?
He picked a fight with Mr. Thomas.
Fuck.
This guy was bad.
I don't know what we do.
I think we just get inside and figure it out. We got to talk to him, right? That's why
Yeah.
we brought him back.
Yeah,
He's
get
right
inside.
here. You're talking about him like he's not here. What do
Well,
we
let's
do
get
with
him,
him?
get him inside, and we'll get out of the streets. Is what I'm saying.
Mr. Farrell, I
You can apologize inside.
think you should know at this point to just listen to us. Let's go inside.
He wordlessly kind of stands up and like takes the time to brush himself off of the dirt that he's got on him, and sighs, and kind of looks past you at the group of people by the barn, and
There's something
then
in that barn. Also, that's where Valis lives, and I point to the other house.
Should we tie this guy up and go check?
Non-lethal damage. I knock him out.
Okay. Why did you kill him again, Ryvar?
I didn't. This time I did not kill him.
The punches look the same to me.
I would say without even having to roll, you can easily hit him, knock him out. He's inside.
I
And
think we
then-
need to tie this guy up, but we need to make a move because there's no way that this is.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to kill him. I'm sorry. I didn't.
But you
mean...
did. It's fine.
I didn't mean to. I lost control. I was
Well-
just trying to stop him.
I'm gonna go to while they're talking, I want to go to the front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And right like out the front window past Arcane Eye
Okay.
Ooh, shit.
so that I can just keep an eye on what's going on outside if anybody's coming up to the house as we're doing this.
Okay.
Or if anyone's leaving. I want to know if anyone's leaving the area.
Sure, yeah. I'll just make sure
Mhm.
because I can see through it, so I'll just make sure it instead of having to go back and forth, I'll just like make sure I'm checking it all the time.
Never heard of that spell. It's cool.
Should we... I mean,
Never used it.
Mr. Thomas, what happened?
They accosted me for simply using my rights as a citizen in the world to stand on the stoop of a house, and they attacked me, and
How did they attack you?
they touched me, and it hurt a lot. And then the other person got a sword, and it stabbed me.
These
I mean, to be
people
fair,
aren't
Mr.
normal.
Thomas, you were accosting Farrell.
These people aren't normal farmers, is what I'm trying to figure
No,
out here.
definitely
so
not.
I think we need to go figure out what's in that barn.
I'm looking at Farrell's bag. Did he have, like, what did he have in his bag?
You notice some business papers that he did grab from the desk. And then it seemed like it's kind of like a go bag that he had ready. So a change of clothes, some various alternate jewelry options that he wanted to pack. But nothing like, no secret note, no diary, no journal. It just
Nothing
seemed
that
like,
says Lord Vialis.
right.
Is a bad guy.
I'll keep the bag.
Yeah, when
Okay.
they seemed really mad when I said that Lord Vialis was evil.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to the barn.
Yeah, I'll go. I tied Farrell up with his mouth gagged.
As you approach the barn, you see those three people also with like bags of their own and trying to dip out.
We gotta stop him.
Listen, we mean you no harm. We just want to know, like, what's your deal?
We'll kill you if you run.
Ugh.
We don't want to.
I don't want to kill anyone today. I can kill you all so easily.
It's really nothing to us.
Don't make me do it, please.
He killed somebody. You saw it, right? I'll point to Mr. Thomas.
Yeah.
He
I
fucked
made
that
someone
guy up.
experience death and then brought them back from the brink of that with the help of a friend. So, just please, just talk to us.
The one injured hooded figure kind of steps forward and says, "Look, we won't want trouble. We'll tell you what you want to know. What do you want to know? Please don't kill us."
Is that Vialis' house?
No.
Oh,
Where's he at?
That's why we were just gonna let you go there because it's not his house.
Where's Vialis?
He's not here. He's at the tower.
What tower?
There's a tower like outside of town that he's renovating. That's where he is.
Insight check.
okay.
Okay.
17 on the die. I'm pretty good at insight. Plus 6. 23.
Oh wow. You're pretty confident that he's telling the truth.
I think they're telling the truth.
Okay.
Do we let them go now?
Opal, how do you think we did about raising flags?
Terribly.
Okay. I tried not to.
Do I like? Okay, thank you for telling us that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you work for Vialis or Pharaoh?
Technically, yes, because Pharaoh works for him, and we're just assigned to
And
be
what
kind
does
of
he?
the bodyguards.
What does he do?
Which one?
Vialis.
Not good stuff. So he's kind of like the leader of this cult called
Oh.
the Burnt Tongue cult.
Burnt tongue. Great.
Oh,
I
What about
think
Pharaoh?
this should teach you that the cult life is a bad life.
Yeah,
And
but
honestly,
it's pretty easy till now. So
Unless it's like a fun cult. There's some good cults out there.
Thane, let me handle this. Uh, run.
Okay, and they take off. And that you see them kind of like pause at the intersection and like look south, and then take off north.
And south is
Away
where
from
they
the
said the
tower?
tower is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, should we just kill Pharaoh? I mean,
Listen,
Did
I
you have
didn't
him,
mean to. I didn't
in
mean to
not
kill
his
him.
house?
I didn't mean to kill him. We don't know what he's involved with.
no, that's Pharaoh's house. That's his house. The other
Oh,
one
okay,
is a
okay.
lord. Yeah. I mean, but who cares if you killed him? I mean, I'd call you a murderer, but like, yeah.
We don't know
whatever, we're
anything
all
about
murdered.
him. He could be completely innocent.
He was working in a cult. Let's go talk to him. You want to see if he's innocent?
Yes, I do.
All right.
We come back and we're like, okay,
And you
so
see him just
so those guys,
covered in blood.
Those guys were
just
bad
passed out in the
guys.
chair that you tied them to.
Vialis is in a tower to the south of here, but we let those other guys go.
Wake up! Wake up!
They were bad guys,
They
What?
were bad guys.
so my murder was justified.
Are you a bad guy, Pharaoh? You a bad person?
I think that's a little subjective, so I don't think I am. No,
That's a good
Part of
answer.
a cult?
the cult,
Are you part of a cult?
a cult.
Yeah.
The burnt tongue.
Burnt tongue. Ring any bells?
I don't know anything about this cult.
I just
Insight
killed
check.
you and brought you back to life. Are you really gonna do this?
Keep taking credit for that second part. It's very interesting.
13 insight.
I mean, in my opinion, I did bring him back to life. These two were gonna bury him in a hole.
Yes,
You
did.
didn't
Where's your
say to stop.
Insight check.
13.
I was in shock. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one second. I mean, they do feel like he's telling the truth.
Maybe it wasn't a member.
I don't believe him.
I'll start checking his body for markings of the cult, but I don't know what that looks like.
Okay.
You just strip the man.
Oh.
Look, I can
Buy
find
me
out
dinner
more
first.
from him, but we're dwindling our resources on what is so far a bit of a failed mission.
He'll speak.
I don't think those other people are going to warn them, but I don't want to take that chance either. So I agree with Opal.
Okay, what do we do with Farrell? Do we just kill him?
I'd rather you not.
I think we should just keep him tied up here in his house, and if he gets out, then it was God's will. And if he starves here,
Listen, we genuinely do not want to harm you if you don't mean harm to others. Do you mean harm to others?
Why would I mean harm to others? I'm a businessman.
Okay, great. So,
Great.
Vialis killed his family.
I think what happened to Lord Vialis was a tragedy, and they never caught whoever did it.
So you are just going to be this way.
Non-lethal damage! And I'm going to punch him. I'm going to try to kill him.
Okay.
I don't know how to non-lethal damage, so I'm just going to say it out loud.
non-lethal,
I declare bankruptcy.
lethal damage.
Okay. Roll the hit, and if you hit, you kill him.
Oh my god.
I am using the Primal Savagery cantrip, so my hands turn into giant claws.
Holy shit. Anime.
It's 14 plus 4, plus 3, so 17.
Oh, no, that wouldn't work. Okay. Yeah, you hit. So,
Oh.
Oh!
God.
oops, he's
Did I
dead.
do it?
Opal brought him
Knocked
back
him
from
out.
the dead.
I knocked him out.
He's dead.
Hey!
I think we should go.
See blood from the claws
Oh, shit.
trickling down his face.
How do you punch someone and not kill him?
I
It's
still have
hard
this hole back here. Should
It's
we
harder than it looks. I'll give you that. I'll give you
in the
that.
hole?
Up to
Yeah.
you, Ezra.
I have to-
Ezra, is it big enough to fit both the bodies if we squish them?
I could do more. It's a cantrip, so.
Oh my god, okay, let's bury
Okay, I'll like leave and go start digging the hole.
Let's bury these
Okay.
two
Bring in.
bodies.
We're not the bad guys.
We are
You are.
in this situation.
Easily
we are.
enough, with a quieter town, not a lot of people milling about, though the thunderous smite did turn some heads, so you have to sneak a little bit as people from other parts of the town are kind of looking in that direction, whispering about it. But you're able to kind of carve into that raised area and bury these two bodies. Are you going to middle about in town or just head straight south to find these ruins?
Straight to town.
I'm gonna try to vote and convince people to go straight there. Yeah.
I agree.
I think it is only a matter of time before the fact that this guy's dead gets out. So, yes.
Mr.
Okay.
Thomas, how do you feel about what happened?
I'm processing.
Okay.
You
Don't
can
tell
never.
Sir Vekin about this.
You can never call
No.
me a murderer again.
Well, I can. Takes one to know one.
I didn't
Alright, let's
murder
get outta here.
anyone. I saved someone's life.
Well,
After you murdered them.
Yeah, you had to murder him to save him.
I didn't mean to.
Hey, intent is, you know what? He's-
God
A
implied
lot
that
of
he
it.
was pretty powerful. Well, God didn't, but I inferred
Hey.
it.
Maybe we gotta be a couple murderers for a little bit.
Ezra, I didn't mean to do it. I really didn't.
But you did. And we must own our murders.
What
Hey,
am I supposed-
Ryvar?
What am I
It's
supposed to
pretty
do
cool,
about
though.
it?
I'll always
Well,
be
you
there
can
to
help me
you out
put the
guys.
body in this hole.
I kick it.
Can I just say thank you all for going much harder on Ryvar for his murder?
I know. I just
Really
don't
makes me feel better.
understand.
Well, this is his second or third one, so.
Yeah.
These missions just take longer and longer every time.
Ryvar just walks towards the direction. of
As
the
you
tower.
all
Hey, it was a
very
cool punch.
solemnly
Hell of a shot.
start
One-shot
walking.
man.
Oh, there you go. There's your nickname. As you all slowly and solemnly start walking out to the south of this town, roughly about midday now, and you start following the road south, knowing that this tower that was spoken of is somewhere to the south, contemplating, was this murder? Was this defense? What does that even mean? And are you good people? That's where we're going to stop for tonight and finish it up.
And that's
In 2
Candlekeep,
weeks.
baby.
And that's very Candlekeep of
Candlekeep.
us.
And this is before we call ourselves the Muffins.
Yep.
And that makes sense.
Somehow it does. Ugh.
Yeah, we
Wow.
just did that session by the book.
Yeah. Very
Fine.
straightforward.
Yeah, but that's exactly what
No
you expected
tangents.
to happen.
Follow the module.
We should
Follow
put
the
this out as a
module.
masterclass.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Anyone that has played the Candlekeep Mysteries before, this is how they go. So,
Yep.
And you
just
know it
take
and we know
ours
it.
as the rule book.
Wow.
Yes. But I did have a blast, and I am loving getting into these character moments of talking religion with Mr. Thomas and contemplating what murder means with the whole group. So I had a blast. So thank you to all of these players. Best players a DM could ever ask for. I had a blast. Can't wait for 2 weeks from now to dive back in to see how all of this ends.
Ooh.
And as always, everyone say bye.
Goodbye.